The innuendo is what the Trump haters want. Truth is not imperative. Another pathetic example of modern news gathering. Back after this. Imagine a pharmacy that actually makes your life easier. All Family Pharmacy handles it all. Consultations, prescriptions, fulfillment, shipping. As we head into cold and flu season, now is the time to stay prepared. From antibiotics and antivirals to ivermectin and more, they've got you covered. Licensed doctors review every order for safety, and everything ships right to your door. Please visit allfamilypharmacy.com/Bill. Use promo code BILL10 for 10% off. That is the Morning O'Reilly Update. More analysis later on.
This hour, the Vic Porcelli Show, brought to you by Connor Roofing. You can count on Connor for all your roofing needs. Visit ConnorRoofing.com. That's CONNER Roofing.com. Vic Porcelli.
Come on, you're Italian. You understand.
Every day is a busy day all of a sudden.
You talking to me? You talking to me?
Tough and smart, and I love Italian, so, he's definitely Italian.
At least I have this show to come and talk about it and let some stuff up.
What kind of a show are you guys putting on here today?
The Vic Porcelli Show.
Good morning, Friday, freedom fighters. Ken Williams, happy birthday.
Thanks, Vic.
Come on, play the thing. Happy
We don't
birthday.
need to play
Thank you, Jeff, very much.
Than's, Jeff.
Now we know Jeff is indeed a tech wizard.
He is. And
Walk
we're
in
going to
the
rely on
studio.
that.
One microphone's broken. The computer's broken. What the hell goes on in here when we're not here?
Happy birthday!
Ooh. So, am I correct that you are now eligible for Medicare?
Yeah.
Yeah, 65.
It's Friday.
I know.
Yeah, it's Friday. Oh,
Man,
my
the audience
God.
is crazy, aren't they?
It's Friday.
They ended really abruptly.
Ken, seriously, happy birthday, man.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, I got big plans. Dinner out somewhere.
Actually, we're going to go to that event with the Got Your Six Pets.
That's not a birthday thing. That's a you're a good guy thing.
Well, no. We're going to go there with Rudy. And then a group of us are just going to have a good time with Cottonwood Gunners. And
Now, Rudy's the one that you put up on the screen once in a while, right? That
yes.
Looks like he was drawn
the
by
black and white, yeah.
Park. All right, well, great, Ken. I'm glad you're going to have a good, fun birthday. Happy
Yeah.
birthday.
Be a good time.
All right, so, sorry. I mean to waste time there. Big show today. It's Friday, of course. David Stokes from the Show Me. Hold on. Oh, my God. This room. God almighty. David Stokes will be along in a little bit. More subsidies, tax increases. He hates that. Commander Connors will be in at 9:25. Susie Moore, what are you watching with Kathy KAISER, Miller Time? And I think we get to eat today, too, Ken. I'm not quite sure about that because it is your birthday. Yeah, Freddies Market. Brian Bononi will be in with his wife, who has the Gooey Butter Cake Company.
I know.
Oh, my God. All right, so very quickly. When you work for somebody, say the government in this case, and the government shut down, and you say, you know what, I'll work anyway. I'll work shifts, extra shifts. Don't worry, don't pay me. Paid off because his TSA agents are getting $10,000 bonuses.
And that's a cool move because the people who said, I'm not working. You know why? Because my people on the left said not to.
Yeah.
And so President Trump said, oh, okay, so I have a way to reward the people who actually did stick it out.
So smart.
And it's great for them because they deserve it.
God, I love it. Absolutely love it. Well done. All right, who's doing the Pledge of Allegiance for us today, Kenny?
Oh, Salvatore Giorgiani.
All right, go ahead, Paz.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, are we ready to roll here, Kenny? Ready to roll?
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe so. Yes, I am.
All right. Okay, so let's get going here. Our first guest, as not always, we'd love it to be always on Fridays. He is the Show Me Institute's heavyweight champion of municipal policy, David Stokes. Good morning, champ. How are you?
Hello, Vic. Hello, Ken. It can't be me. Always, we have a whole stable of excellent analysts at Show Me Institute here for you. You need to have a little bit of everybody.
I know.
On the show sometimes.
Do any
like you, Dave?
Do any of them box?
I don't think so.
No, see.
No, none of them have ever messed with me around the office.
No knockouts at Show
So
Me.
you-
That's good.
You haven't tested it.
Right.
All right.
To the best of my knowledge, I think I've got the office title too.
Office title of heavyweight champion of municipal policy.
Right.
Oh,
Well,
good.
I think so.
All right, we'll get some more title boxing titles out to the rest of the crew. All right, so St. Louis County expanding regulations on development projects receiving any form of tax incentive or subsidy. What's going on here?
Well, there's a lot going on, and it's really all bad. So St. Louis County for a while has been trying to work on updating their procurement and contracting code just for basic government bids, contracts, procurements. That's all fine. And there's nothing wrong with any of that. That stuff needs to be updated every now and again, except that last week, the substitute for the bill dropped on it, and it had all this new rules and regulations on it regarding requiring prevailing wage to be paid on far more projects, requiring that contractors have apprenticeship programs for their employees, which really favors union companies over non-union companies, with requiring that many more contractors and projects involve women and minority-owned business set-asides. And St. Louis County's had this for their larger county-funded projects for a long time. But now it's going to be required they've lowered the cost amount of projects that it's going to apply to. So it's going to apply to more county projects. But even worse, they've now got it on, and I question the legality of some of this, but let's ignore that for now. They're going to require all these things: prevailing wage, minority and women-owned business set-aside, apprenticeship programs, for any project in St. Louis County that gets any type of tax subsidy at all, whether a large subsidy or a small one, whether it's in unincorporated St. Louis County or whether it's in a municipality. And this is really a stretch. And Vic and Ken, you guys know that I am no friend of tax incentives and tax subsidies.
Oh, yeah.
We know that.
We know that.
We get a little scared when we hear they're coming. We got to talk to Stokes
Right.
about that.
But this is the wrong way to go about addressing that. And I don't even think they're trying to end the subsidies. I'd almost have a smidge of sympathy if they were. They're just trying to use them as an excuse to favor union businesses over non-union businesses, to require prevailing wage, this is what taxpayers have to pay for this now. You get the prevailing wage, you're going to get fewer projects in the long run because you'll have less money to pay for it. Taxpayers are going to get hammered by the large increase in the cost of these projects. It's the same thing with the minority and women business set-aside program. You don't always have a ton of people who can bid for these. You get fewer bidders on projects. Well, that raises costs, obviously. The more bidders you have, the more competition, the lower the bids. So it's really a terrible proposal. And it passed. It was perfected. They had a veto. They didn't have a veto. They had a bye. That's more of a football term than a political term. But the council was on a bye week this week. So it was passed 2 weeks ago. But I hope that a lot of opposition is being generated now, because this would be a terrible thing. As I like to say, this would be wonderful for the economic growth in St. Charles, Jefferson, and Franklin counties. Unfortunately, these are the people who represent St. Louis County, and it would be terrible for the economy of our county.
So what about the bids? Who can bid on this? Can anyone? I mean, why are there so few bids? There's got to be plenty of, companies out there.
Right. There are plenty of contractors, large and small. But when you require apprenticeship programs for any of your bidders, that really knocks out a bunch of the small guys who might want to do some of the bidding on the subcontractor work. When you require a set aside for specific subcontracts for women and minority-owned businesses, oftentimes there aren't that many that fit that for the various complicated or unusual subcontracts. You don't have a lot of companies that can do these things. So, and if you restrict it further, you get fewer bids. And let's actually do get into the fact that in many instances in the women and minority-owned business set-aside program, that there's a lot of front companies out there. There's a tremendous amount of fraud and crime in that. There was a Clayton businessman indicted just 2 years ago for running a scheme like this in St. Louis. And it happens all over the country. And I have a blog post on all of this at showmeinstitute.org. If you want to check out the studies that show that these things increase cost to taxpayers, is they limit the amount of bids that you get, the fraud you have in the women and minority-owned business set-aside programs. This is problematic, top to bottom, and it's just a massive government takeover to favor certain larger businesses by the council members who've introduced this bill. It's been introduced by Councilmember Shalonda Webb. The Post-Dispatch story on it makes pretty clear that the unions basically wrote the substitute bill.
Wow.
She didn't even seem to know what was fully in it when it was introduced, the substitute was introduced 2 weeks ago, and union officials had to explain to the council what was in it. So it is that bad, and it is that big of a risk for St. Louis County were this to pass. I'm not sure that the Page administration is supportive of it. So hopefully if it passes, he would veto it. But I don't know that to be sure. Some of the people in his administration talked about the problems with the proposal. I don't think the county executive has said anything yet, but it's really a bad idea. So
maybe because it's a taxpayer thing, right? Tax incentives and stuff like that. Is there? It's probably going to sound like an ignorant question, Dave, but bear with me. Anyway, if they're going to do something like this and they only get a few bids and they have to pay more than they thought, can something else be cut from the county government to pay for it? So, taxpayers aren't paying more than they already were. Does that make any sense?
Well, sure. And what's going to happen is that needed and necessary infrastructure projects won't get done because the money will be taken up with fewer projects. So that's absolutely what you see. And what studies show is that if the projects you do cost up to 25% more because of all these programs, you're going to get less projects. And sometimes those are going to be necessary, road improvements or sidewalk improvements or a good new development that doesn't get done because the developer or the contractors don't have the resources with the money to adhere to all these new rules. And it's just red tape after drowning people in paperwork to run all these programs and to go through all the machinations here. These are decisions government has no business, mandating or it's not. They can't say you have to hire a union. That would be illegal. Mm-hmm. They say, apprenticeship. It has to have an apprenticeship program. Well, that favors union companies over non-union companies, and it goes on and on with these rules. So yeah, you're going to see. I'm not sure that this proposal will raise taxes, but it will increase spending on the projects that are done within the county. And you're going to have developers and contractors just say, throw up their hands and say, I'm going to work in St. Charles. I'm going to work in Jefferson County, and leave the county. It's going to be very bad for the economy of this county.
I mean, the county's running on a deficit as it is, right? They're just pounding on more and more deficit, more debt.
And that's what Mark Harder, who's been on the county council, has been really the focal point of opposition to it, and he's doing great work on this topic. That's what he keeps reminding people. Like, the county is in financial straits, trying to balance their budget upcoming, and here we have a proposal that's going to increase costs of all the projects while not improving any services. We're going to get less economic growth, fewer projects at higher costs at exactly the time of the county can't afford this anyway. It's just one more reason why it's just such a bad idea.
And you know what? It doesn't look good for the county. They can't even run a dog shelter. You know what I mean? And that seems like a lot less paperwork. Just take care of the dogs than this whole, because the projects you're talking about, potholes and road improvements, those are really, really, expensive things.
I mean, the dog shelter is the perfect example of just mismanagement in county government. And I heard a presentation from some council members the other night talking about how they've just lost total faith in the health department director. The APA was doing a wonderful job running that dog shelter until a couple of years ago. and the adoption program, and the county sort of put them in a position where they were forced to withdraw from the contract because of various pressures. It was a crazy move that happened, and since then it's just been a disaster. It's the perfect example of how things like animal shelters should be outsourced to the private sector, either for-profit companies in some instances, but in the case of a shelter like this, a nonprofit company or a nonprofit organization is a wonderful example. What they did to the APA to force them to put the APA in a position where they had to cancel the contract themselves was just awful.
In the wake of losing 19 dogs from parvovirus,
Right.
It just
right.
All right. Dave, thanks so much. We appreciate you. Say happy birthday again to Ken, will you?
Happy birthday, Ken. I don't think I said it once.
Say it once. What are you doing?
Happy birthday, Ken. And this bill on the council is Bill 182. We've got a blog post. I titled it "Two Wrongs Don't Make a Right," which is how I feel about the addressing subsidies in this manner, up at showmeinstitute.org, and hope people check it out.
Perfect. Heavyweight champ of municipal policy at the Show Me Institute, David Stokes. All right, off to the showers with you, Dave. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Dave.
What? All right, I don't care now. Now I get. Is this Sly the Family Son or just Sonia Dada? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, because Sonia Dada did a kick-ass version of this.
Oh, did they?
At
I haven't heard.
Yeah, at Mississippi Nights years ago. Still want to take you higher, right?
Yeah.
I won't.
I remember that. Yeah.
I want to take you higher. All right, Commander Connors. Next on 101.9 and 94.1 News Talk STL. Welcome home.
The Vic Porcelli Show.
I think it was President Reagan said, "We're from the government. We're here to help."
I think you all know that I've always felt the 9 most terrifying words in the English language are, "I'm from the government and I'm here to help."
Made in St. Louis for St. Louis. It's News Talk STL.
Absolutely fantastic. Yes, I listen on my phone.
If you have a phone, you have a radio.
It is awesome.
Download the all-new News Talk STL app and listen anytime, anywhere.
If you're considering an annuity as part of your retirement plan, we need to talk. Hi, I'm Bob Stockdale, Senior Vice President Investments with the ClearPath Wealth Management Group at Stifel and host of On the Money Saturday mornings at 9 on News Talk STL 1019. Annuities can be a useful tool for some retirement investors, but not all annuities are created equal. Every week, we meet clients who own complex annuities that don't suit their needs and, in some cases, actively undermine their retirement plan. Before you purchase an annuity, get a second opinion from the ClearPath Wealth Management Group at Stifel. Requesting a consultation is free of charge. To request a free consultation, contact us at clearpathinvesting.com. That's clearpathinvesting.com, or call us at 636-695-2650. That's clearpathinvesting.com or 636-695-2650. Stifel Nicholas and Company Incorporated, member NYSE and SIPC.
1 in 4 women will have an abortion before the age of 45 in this country. That's the tragedy we must work to stop. Mike Ferguson from The Morning Show here, and that is why Reach Reproductive Health is here, to empower parents to save the lives of innocent children and to see these families come to Christ. And you can be a part of saving and changing lives. So pray and visit outreachforlife.org to learn more, volunteer, and donate. That's outreachforlife.org.
If you find yourself feeling out of place in the world, it's comforting to know conservative values haven't been abandoned everywhere.
Thanks for being my voice in all this.
This is News Talk STL.
There are people out there that feel the way that I feel and say what I say.
Welcome home. Talk lines are open now at 314-912-1019.
Whoosh.
It's Friday!
Vic and Ken. Vic can make oleo. Ken can't pronounce oleo. The Vic Porcelli Show on 101.9 and 94.1 News Talk STL.
Hey everybody, Tim Burchett. Just left the House floor, and I tried to do a UC unanimous consent of tried to get the Epstein files, get it straight to the floor, just to cut out all this nonsense, and and the Democrats blocked it. Oddly enough, now here they've had it for 4 years, and they obviously if there's something there about Trump, they would have released it, and now they're all, let's get it out, let's get it out. Well, I just made a motion to bring it straight to the dadgum floor, and they blocked it. So this is politics. It has nothing to do with that, doing what's right. I mean, it's Washington, D.C. to a T. And again, they ought to be ashamed of themselves, but they're probably not. Thank y'all for sending me here.
Did he say dadgum?
He sure did, and for good reason too, Vic.
Wait a minute, hold on. I don't want that kind of language on this show.
You're right.
Dadgum?
Well, that's the bad part, okay?
That's the bad part.
But I'll tell you, it is
Don't you cuss on the There you go, Representative.
It is so important to understand what's going on here, because the Democrat Party, these evil people on the left, just after President Trump started the government again, they said, okay, he can't have this win. Let's open up with a new lie. And the new lie was that email that was sent around saying that there was a victim that President Trump spent hours with at Mar-a-Lago. Turns out it was a person who said he never did anything to her ever.
It was Virginia Joffrey.
Exactly. And Vic, they made this happen. Now he goes out there and he says, okay, all right, everybody vote. You're going to vote yes then, because you want the information out there, right? Democrats, let's get it on the floor. Let's get it out there. Let's vote to make it happen. And they said no. Why?
I don't know why. Why?
I don't know.
Okay, I thought you was just going to be
no. You know why? Because they don't want it to happen. They don't really want this to happen. It's all a move for political purposes only.
Correct. So that voice you heard was Representative Tim Burchett, a Republican, who said he brought the Epstein file thing down, and they didn't want to. They didn't want to do it. Well, why is that? Why didn't they want to do it? Because they're all over it. That's why. And so Virginia Joffrey is dead. So she can't defend anybody right now. And she also said she never saw President Trump doing anything there at Ellis Island. And by the way, if there was any inkling that Donald Trump was involved in any of this, the Biden administration, who loved to go after him, Merrick Garland, would have been all over this. And they didn't, did they? For 4 years, they didn't bother. I mean, they don't want him to be president. They did not want him to be president. What's the perfect way? Say they saw him at Epstein Island with a bunch of young girls, and that didn't happen. So, the things the things they did go after him for, but yet didn't say anything about him being at Epstein Island.
Right.
What the hell?
I know. It's crazy. And they want it, they act like they want it all out there, but then when it comes time, they hold their feet to the fire. Like, all right, okay, let's go.
Oh, no.
We didn't really mean that. You don't want to expose anything.
Let's talk to the commander, shall we?
Yes, I think we should.
Okay, let's do that. That's what we do on Fridays. And we may actually go a little bit and break and come back if he's got the time.
Yeah.
St. Louis. It's Commander Connor's neighborhood.
Commander, how are you, sir?
Good morning, gentlemen. I'm sorry I'm a little late.
Okay.
I had to dodge bullets all the way in here.
Wow.
Wow, really? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Were you driving Hillary around?
Caught a couple of my teeth. So.
If you have time, because now we only have a couple of minutes.
I know, and I'm sorry.
We could break and come back if that's okay. If you have
whatever works for you.
Okay. So we were just talking about here. Representative Tim Burchett said that he tried to release the Epstein files right away, and Democrats blocked it. Mm-hmm. So why are they so anxious to get them released now?
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
If there's anything of value there, they would have wallpapered it. From the beginning.
The things that they did try to get him on
were
so minuscule compared to You know, because I think, screwing around with young girls is the worst thing you can do.
Oh yeah, truly. Yeah, pedophiles. I mean, that's the worst thing. That is the worst.
And no tolerance for pedophiles.
Right. But so why would they not? Like you're saying, why wouldn't the Biden administration do something about it when they knew that President Trump was running for president? None of it makes sense.
If I recall right, Joe Biden liked to take showers with his little girl.
That's true. Not so little.
Now, every father does that at some time, just
when they're babies.
Yeah, babies.
Yeah, babies.
But
yeah. It's just
a point of contention.
Yep. Oh, no doubt about it. So, you know what I love, Larry?
What's that?
I'll tell you what. I love Larry Connors. That's what I love.
Oh my God.
But during the government shutdown, there were some TSA agents who did work without pay.
Right.
Said, you know what? I'm a loyal worker. I'm going to work without pay.
Right.
And now they're all getting $10,000 bonuses.
And I hope that does go through. I know it's been proposed. I hope it does, because a lot of them were supporting themselves by Uber driving, trying to pick up extra money.
Yeah.
Well, I saw a video last night of Kristi Noem handing out checks.
Great. Outstanding.
So it's through.
Yeah. I mean, she's literally handing out checks.
I had some friends of controllers saying, well, we're not going to. We're going to retire in a year anyway, so to hell with it. Well, you know what? You're needed now. We are short 400 plus. We need to put another 400 to 800 in the line. It takes a while to get them up to training. And they're going to go to the smaller airports to begin with, but that's going to put more trouble and issues on the major airports.
Yeah.
Now, with these air traffic controllers, this may be a stupid question, Larry. I don't know.
Oh, what's the hell?
In all your years, were you ever able to go into an air control tower?
Several times.
Oh,
And
wow.
quite honestly, I was amazed that a lot of air traffic controllers know nothing about your plane. They know nothing about flying. They're not qualified pilots at all.
What's the skill then?
Skill is moving buses in the air.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. Now, I'm not trying to distract from them. I mean, it's a vital job.
Absolutely.
They got to be right on top of it. But I remember one time, remember the Cole bombing? We were in Williamsburg, Virginia that weekend. Had flown in the weekend before, and there's a lot of restricted airspace. I mean, you got to go through 3 or 4 restricted areas to get to where I'm allowed to go. After the Cole bombing that Sunday, we were originally going to go over, as we did in the way in, the submarine yards and naval yards. They didn't want us anywhere near it. They were going to assign me basically to go 7-8 miles out over the ocean before I was allowed to turn back. And as a pilot in control and command, I could refuse that. I said, I don't have gear on here for that in case we go down. I got to stay within 2.5, 3 miles max, so I had some glide space to maybe get back to land.
And what'd they say?
You're the pilot in command.
All right.
Now I said, if you want to scramble some jets up to watch over me, feel free.
Wow.
But I'm not going to put my family in jeopardy 8 miles over the ocean and suddenly we lose an engine.
Right. Air traffic controllers, it looks like a very hard job to me.
Oh, it is. It's high stressful.
And
Well, yeah, the difference between airplanes and buses, if a bus stops,
Yeah, I mean,
it pulls over a plane,
Now imagine an air traffic controller that does not want to work because he does not want to be on duty when something goes wrong. And the more than that take off of that, the more possibility something like that will happen. And it's going to fall on someone's shoulders.
You know, this is just, I don't know anything about air traffic control. I know it's a hard job. And you look at the screen.
ATC, it's spelled ATC.
What is?
Air traffic. I'm trying to help you.
Oh, thanks. But they talk to the pilots and they tell them in their own little language which way they go. So this is stupid. But on Breaking Bad, you're watching Breaking Bad.
Oh, yeah.
Did you ever watch Breaking Bad?
Sure.
So when Jesse's girlfriend Jane dies, remember her father was an air traffic controller?
Yeah.
And it was his mistake that made 2 planes collide in midair.
I forgot about that.
And then the debris falls in Walters. But the concentration that you need, Right?
If you've seen the map recently, as they were showing the flights that were in progress across the nation, there's a flight aware thing you can pull up. You see all the flights that are issuing transponder locations. Not all planes do. If they're a private plane or they're a government plane, they may not put out a standard transponder, which gives you a location. But if you'll see long treks of lines coming from DC down to Dallas, long treks going Dallas to LA, and going both ways. They're assigned different altitudes, obviously. What?
Wow.
Ken, you've got one up over there right now. How many? I see something like no less than 300, 400 planes.
There are many more than I'm sure there are more than that, Larry.
yeah.
This is so. It looks
That's
okay.
all over
You got a map of the United States, and it looks like chaos.
It absolutely populates the entire nation. Then you start looking at transcontinental flights and going over to Europe and everything, and they all have a certain corridors they fly. And again, you get into a real mess in a hurry if you don't know what you're doing.
So if you are on a long flight, right? Let's just say, in New York to California, and you're flying towards California, do you pick up air traffic controllers along the way?
Yes. Yeah, they hand you off as you make advancements across.
I'll be damned.
Like you leave out of here, you'll be on KC transmission, and then they'll switch you over to maybe, depends on who they have available to switch you. They may stay with the Kansas City controller, but a different one to handle your traffic going forward.
You got time to hang around?
Yes, sir.
All right.
I'm sorry I'm late.
It's okay. Let's take a break. Ken, come back. I want you to talk more about these air traffic controllers. Find out what's coming up tonight on Larry Connor's USA.
Oh,
right?
yeah. I got a great story today.
That's all coming up next on 101.9 and 94.1 News Talk STL.
Stream the Vic Porcelli Show at NewstalkSTL. The Vic Porcelli Show.
How dare you!
Made in St. Louis for St. Louis. It's News Talk STL.
On the next
Larry Connor's USA.
Today's story behind the story, the 65-mile-long nighttime tornado.
Larry Connor's USA. Now weeknights 6 until 8 on News Talk STL.
Rhino Shield is engineered to outlast paint, formulated to outsmart the elements. Rain or shine, sleet or snow, mold or mildew. Our home exterior coatings intelligently designed to stand up to Mother Nature. Call 877-25-RHINO or 877-25rhino.com.
I'm Dr. TJ, owner of the Institute of Natural Health, co-owner of Optimal Nutraceuticals, and the host of Wellness One. Wellness One is designed to cut through the nonsense and provide you common sense science-based information regarding health and wellness. On the show, we discuss topics like thyroid health, gut health, hormone optimization, and many others. Our show airs Saturdays at 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. and Sundays at 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. right here on Newstalk STL. And you can visit us at inhstl.com. That's inhstl.com.
Why leave your company's story to chance? In today's digital world, video content isn't just an option. It's essential for your success. At Blue Ocean Media Group, we've spent decades crafting compelling visual stories for businesses just like yours. From concept to completion, our award-winning team transforms your vision into powerful video content that connects with your audience and drives results. Don't trust your brand to amateurs. Partner with Blue Ocean Media Group. Visit blueoceanmediagroup.com today, and let's bring your story to life.
We received the news that nobody wants to hear. Your child has cancer. St. Jude made us feel that everything was gonna be all right.
Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Talk lines are open now at 314-912-1019.
Hi, this is Jefferson County Councilman Billy Crow with a reminder to check out our new show, Jeffco Patriot Radio, this and every Sunday at high noon. Now, back to the Vic Porcelli Show.
Thank you, Representative Crow. All right, we're here with the great Larry Connors, and we were talking about air traffic controllers. So when the government was fine and working and everything, that terrible crash, remember when that helicopter hit the commercial jet in the DC airport? You remember that?
Oh yeah.
So what happened there? What did the air traffic controllers not give them information, give them wrong information?
You know, there have been a lot of complaints in WOOOOSH that, you know, they're not supposed to be flying over that area anyway, and yet they were given permission. When you're flying at night, there are a lot of lights. They're moving. It's very easy. You think, how do you possibly be seeing that thing? But you can't. And if they've got both heads down in the cockpit, I mean, no one's looking outside. They're watching their monitors. That happens. It's a tragedy.
There was rumor. I don't know if it was how much rumor it was and how much fact it was, but they said that apparently the pilot who was in charge was not listening to the one who was actually the assistant.
Yeah, there was a confusion, and part of it had to do with the female pilot. That's not taking anything away from their ability. We got some great female pilots, but whether she was a pilot in command or she was training,
I think
and
he
the
was
other
training.
guy was a pilot.
I think
in
he was in command. Yeah,
but then there was a third pilot on board. So I don't know what he was doing. I mean, when you're flying in a concentrated zone like that, all eyes are outside. I mean, you want, some have to watch the instruments, stay on track, but I want all eyes looking for anything and everything.
So they had to see the plane
at some point, you know, and the plane had to see them. But again, the speed, the closing rate, all the lights in the background. I've been in a plane at night and coming into an airport, and I get disoriented. Is that the airport or is this the airport? It's very confusing.
Kidding me? So I'm sorry. So when that helicopter hit that plane, didn't an air traffic controller say, whoa, what are you doing? I mean, I don't know what the official language is, but wasn't there any warning from the air traffic control?
Well, that's the other part of what I heard. No, that's what I heard is that the air traffic controller said to move to another elevation.
Right.
To the helicopter.
To the helicopter.
Okay, yeah.
And she didn't listen to him either.
Yeah.
So this is the big, I can't believe it's not being investigated more, because people died. Many people died. And they're saying that, you know, she was at fault, but I don't know the exact facts. I don't know how much of it really was her fault.
And I'm very reluctant to lay facts on the blame on anybody until we get all the facts, because did she hear it or did she not hear it?
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And you get an altitude of 10,500. Well, you might translate that to 15,000. You just in your minds at 10,500, you're going at 15,000. So it's hard to say.
All right, just a little bit of fun here, and then
okay, we're gonna have fun. I'll tell you a great story coming up tonight. Go ahead.
Well, my little fun is about Breaking Bad, if that's okay.
Oh yeah.
So we talked about Jane's father, who was the air traffic controller, and because of his mistake, the planes collided. Right. So this is how great the writing and everything the story was. Do you remember that there were some black and white opens? Like their opens were always great, right?
Yeah.
And there were 4 openings that were in black and white, and they were all about taking the debris from the plane out of Walter's pool and everything. And it was all kind of, you know, scary.
It was very cryptic.
And those, yes.
And the doll was always
part of the teddy bear,
but
without the eye.
eye.
Yeah. So those episodes were not consecutive episodes. They kept going. So one of them was called 737. And during that episode, Walter said how much he needs to retire. 737 million was what he said. So we assumed that's what the 737 was. And then down, I don't know what that was. And then another one was over. And then one of the other episodes was called ABQ. But if you read those together, 737 down over ABQ. Is that brilliant?
Yeah.
Is that brilliant, Larry?
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yep.
You guys don't care. You guys don't care.
No, I totally care. I think it's
story.
Cool. Very
You guys
cool. Really cool.
hate me. What's coming up tonight?
I love it.
What's coming up tonight on Larry Connor's USA?
We have, in addition to all the great material, we take a lot of different twists on some things, but I started the last 15 minutes of the 6 o'clock hour, something called The Story Behind the Story.
Yeah, I love that.
Okay, I appreciate it. And it's just storytelling. And one last night I felt I was compelled to do to explain my absence. We have pushed off the Bob Richards suicide plane crash till next Friday. I don't want to do it on Thanksgiving, so it'd be next Friday. But for tonight, the 80-mile and long tornado in the dark of night.
Wow.
And it devastation.
Here?
Texas. Yeah.
So that's the story behind the story tonight, along with all the other great stuff on Larry Connor's USA commentary coming up at 12:03 and 3:30.
Yes, sir.
I know. I got it.
You're good. God, you guys are good. I want to wish you guys I want to see you. Yeah, I want to see you before Thanksgiving. Yeah, I will. Okay.
Next Friday. Oh, no, I won't be here next Friday.
You won't be?
No, Vic's off.
Ken will be here.
Yeah.
Happy Thanksgiving.
You too, baby.
And God bless.
And today's Ken's birthday.
Oh, it is, Ken. We got some of that Gooey Square,
I hope.
Gooey Square. Larry, thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
Commander Connor's Neighborhood.
All right, Kenny, let's dive a little more into the $10,000 bonus checks. Bonus, right? Bonus.
Yeah, they were definitely bonus.
For the TSA agent. Can you play me number one?
Yeah.
Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem talking about those $10,000 bonus checks for the people who toughed it out. I mean, it was easy. So government's closed. I'm not working. The hell, these guys, people, toughed it out.
Yeah.
Worked without pay, sometimes double shifts.
Right.
Go ahead.
Today, we are announcing that we are going to be handing out bonus checks of $10,000 to TSOs, to agents who work for TSA who served with exemplary service. And what that means is that we are going to not only continue their paychecks like they should have received all along, but also they're going to get a bonus check for stepping up, taking on extra shifts, for showing up each and every day, for serving the American people, and taking seriously the mission that the Department of Homeland Security takes seriously and that they take seriously every single day. And that's keeping the American people safe while they go and commute across the country and while they do their work and business and take care of their families.
So this is about work ethic. This is about dedication. How easy is it to say, government's closed, I guess I'll just not work? Why would I work?
Yeah, that's what we always say, that the newer generations, they tend to lean that way. But you know as well as I do that if this crosses all generations, if you have good work ethic, you're gonna perform when you're needed. And in radio, Vic, I know you've probably experienced this early on. I know I did, where they said, "Hey, man, look, so they're not showing up." I actually have the record on 101 The River for hours worked. I worked 13 hours in a row on the air live.
Wow.
Yeah, because I did my overnight shift, and then the morning show couldn't come in. You may have been on that because you didn't like driving in snow. And then the next one wouldn't come on. So I was working 13 hours, but I didn't get paid any. I got paid hourly. But I always thought, man, that would have been cool if somebody walked in and handed me a check.
Yeah, Ken, here's your $10,000 check.
Go, buddy, you deserved it. Nobody did. But you know what?
Now,
I think they really appreciate what she did, what they did.
Absolutely. And people, people are people, and people will say what they want. I'm sure a lot of these people who went in and worked, didn't get paid, sometimes double shifts. I'm sure somebody said to them, "What are you going in there for?
Oh, yeah.
They're not going to pay you. What are you doing?" Right? Don't you think somebody?
Yeah, don't go in there because you know what? I would go as far to say that the Democrat Party is saying don't work because that'll make President Trump have a win.
Right.
We don't want to give him a win, so don't go in.
Right. And I'm sure even like a husband or wife, would say, "Don't go in. What are you doing?
Right.
They're not going to pay you. Why would you work?
Right.
Can't you just?"
Totally.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the people, no, you know what? I'm going in. Shut up.
Right.
Go back to bed.
Go back to bed. Yeah.
It's my decision. This is what I'm doing. And that's what they did. and now it's paid off for them to the tune of $10,000 bonus checks for going in. So good for them. Not to mention, Trump said he would do that too, didn't he? Didn't he say he would do something for the people that went in?
Yeah, he said it, and then they started laughing. They said, "Well, he has no authority to do that."
Yeah.
And on social media, they tried to rake him more. They do it every time, but he always wins.
Yep.
And then and of course, when she started handing out the checks, they were like, "Okay, he did do this. He said he was going to do it, and he delivered." Okay, so just shut up.
I don't. If they would spend more time doing what they would do had President Trump not been in office, we'd be getting things done. But they spend so much time planning these devious plots to get rid of Donald Trump or to make him look bad or make him be impeached.
If they would, I would say this: if they would assist him in his policies, I mean, imagine what they were doing the last 4 years, Vic, with climate change and open borders and inflation at 9.1%, just bringing in millions of people for a new constituency for the Democrat Party. I mean, that's what they were doing. If they would honestly be a government for the people, and even though they're Democrats and they got their asses handed to them in the House, in the Senate, in the presidency, then we would be winning. We would be winning as a nation, but that's not going to happen anymore. I don't believe it can happen now with the Democrat Party lurching as far left as they have into a socialist party.
All right, I want to fit in two quick things here. While we're talking about Kristi Noem and the bonus checks for the TSA agents, I love Operation Dirtbag. I love the name of that.
Great?
Don't you?
I do. Yeah.
Why do we have to, why do we have to soften things up? Why is it called Operation Dirtbag? Well, we're looking for dirtbags. They wouldn't let us call it Operation Scumbag,
Right.
or we would have done that. And this is people, mostly criminal, illegal aliens targeting children. 230 plus people doing that.
See, this is why I want to remind everybody that it's working. What they're doing, we talk about how we want to see results. Well, you know what? We're starting to see results. We're starting to see indictments. We're starting to see people that are going to be held in hearings. And then going over to the immigration issue, the problem of illegals, we're seeing a lot of people being arrested. And you know what? When they say, well, they're not criminals, they weren't criminals, and you still arrest them. You only told us that you were going to arrest criminals. You know what? If you're caught in the net of an illegal process, then you should be going home. Go home. Sorry.
And the indictments, when you mentioned indictments, my brain first went to, well, even if they get indictments, they're going to say, oh, this is retribution, right? This is retaliation that Trump is doing. And so I guess we'll get there. So you mentioned climate change. Let's talk about the COP30 thing for a minute.
Yeah.
Ken, I couldn't believe what I heard last night. So they killed how many trees? 100,000 trees?
100,000, yeah.
And then when they get there, they're told, are you guys ready for this? They're not allowed to use toilet paper.
Right.
What?
We just played that audio clip.
What are we supposed to do?
Well, we just played that audio clip of that preacher, the Muslim Islamic preacher, saying that these people, they're like primitive. They're using toilet paper. Well, he never said what they use.
Right. What do they use?
I don't know. I can only assume a bidet. But
I don't want to talk about that anymore. But the point is, so you can't use toilet paper clearly because I can't even think of why. You just killed 100,000 trees. What the hell's the difference on a few more for a couple of rolls of toilet paper?
Right. And not even a few more. I'm sure the whole time they didn't use that much toilet paper.
What in the world did they do? When I saw this story, I was like, all right, I'm out. I'm leaving. I'm going back home. And I don't care about your COP30 and your climate change.
And we talk about climate change, Vic, but I honestly believe that it's all about control. And they say, well, we don't want you using toilet paper. I don't believe it's for the trees. I believe it's so they can say to you, you can't use toilet paper. I think it's a control thing. They're trying to build control. When we were told that we could only use electric stoves, I mean, that had nothing to do with anything. That had to do with control.
You're right.
So they could turn the damn thing off if they decided that, because in every one of those stoves, in those electric stoves, they had a mechanism, I'm sure, that they could contact.
Yes.
And say, here, let's turn them off because they've had too much power, in the last month.
Your thermostat too, right?
Yep.
You got something to say there, old man?
Thing about that Sao Paulo, Brazil, they have chopped down major sections of the rainforest to have 4-lane highways to get to this location.
What happened to save the rainforest?
They destroyed the trees.
What happened to save the rainforest?
Yeah. Well, we need cars.
They're so full of it.
And not to mention the fauna, all the animals that were displaced for this. This one stretch of highway.
Grab a banana leaf and get on with it.
There you go. See? That's all it would take, Larry. Just
Gotta
grab
hurt.
a banana leaf, damn it.
Or they can
go
do it
outside in the backyard.
They can do it the way the dogs do it. You ever see the dogs do it?
Oh, yeah.
We used to call it skiing.
Skiing.
Noons is skiing. Don't ski on the rug.
Oh, that's scary.
But, again, save the rainforest. We heard that and I'm so sick of nobody telling them that they're wrong, Ken.
Well, that's the problem that we had the last 4 years, but I think that those days are gone. I think more and more people are saying, no, this is stupid. You're going way over your skis on this thing. The whole climate problem, trillions of dollars have been spent over just the last 4 years, trillions on climate change. And guess where the money's gone? Well, you have the NGOs, you have USAID. We all know about this now. We didn't know about any of that then.
Right.
That money was being pushed into these things. So it was like a room full of money, and Democrats were walking and saying, here, give me some of that.
Yeah.
It was happening, and I'm not
Now they're worried about global warming again.
Yeah.
Ice age is coming back.
Right.
Yeah, in about 50,000 years.
Well, in the 70s, they told us that global cooling was a problem.
Right.
So, let's warm up the earth. Okay. Well, now what? Now you made us warm it up. Now we got to cool it off again. Why?
This is the climate problem is not a problem. Climate is changing. It always has been. The earth is 4 billion years old, and it always has. Okay. So right now we're in a warming trend. The only reason why humans are here right now is because of this warming trend. So enjoy it.
Yeah. And, the warming, another slick little thing that they did, they pulled on us, right? First it was global warming, and now it's just climate change. How do you change? You can't, you know what I'm saying?
No, I totally
Change
understand.
is going to happen whether you like it or not, no matter what you do or not.
Yeah, I thought that was a stupid change because climate always changes. I
Right.
mean, what are you going to, you want to stop it?
Yeah. I don't know. They're stupid. We know they're stupid.
Yeah,
All
we
right,
know,
be
we
sure
know
you-
that. We know that.
We know they're stupid. All right, Ken's birthday extravaganza continues with Susie Moore from redstate.com. She's the deputy managing editor. Great to have Larry Connors here with us for an extended stay. We like that. And lots to do on this Friday?
It is Friday, Vic.
I woke up this morning. I thought it was Saturday. I was
It's
so mad.
Friday!
We're not. So Fridays are great. Saturdays are better. But we'll take it. We'll be right back.
SR1 Sundays.
Hi, this is Elizabeth Kaiser. Be sure and check out my show, Straight Lines, this and every Sunday at 8 p.m., right after Stand and Fight, part of SR1 Sundays. Let's meet right here and let's peel back some layers of this crazy world, and you might be surprised at what we find. Straight Lines with Elizabeth Kaiser on SR1 Sundays at 8 p.m., right here on 1019 94.1 News Talk STL.
Straight Lines with Elizabeth Kaiser on News Talk STL.
Do you own a timeshare? Well, face the facts. You made a mistake. You made a bad purchase. A timeshare is not an investment. It's a money pit that continues forever. If you use your timeshare, that's great. But if you don't, and you want to legally get out of your contract, call my friends right now at the Timeshare Exit Hotline. They're an experienced team of lawyers who help good people like you get out of a timeshare contract that they just don't want. Don't throw away your money on maintenance fees. Use it for things you really want. We can help you end your timeshare contract and stop the money drain immediately. If you're ready to move on with your timeshare, call our team right now.
Cancel your timeshare now with this free call. 800-524-1641. 800-524-1641. 800-524-1641. That's 800-524-1641.
KLGY HD3 Clayton, K270BW Bellefonte, KNBS Bowling Green. This is News Talk STL at 1019, 94.1, and always streaming at NewstalkSTL.com.
News this hour from Town Hall. I'm Greg Clugston in Washington. Ukraine came under heavy attack early this morning as Russia launched more than 400 drones and 18 missiles. 6 people were killed, 36 wounded. The attack hit the capital Kiev as well as 2 other cities. The BBC's Sue Montgomery has more.
President Zelensky accused Moscow of calculated attacks aimed at causing maximum harm to people and civilian infrastructure. He said the military had struck back overnight using a type of long-range Ukrainian cruise missile.
U.S. Customs and Border Protection agents could be deployed to Charlotte, North Carolina as soon as this weekend. It's the latest U.S. city preparing for a potential immigration crackdown by the Trump administration. Americans will be allowed to contribute more of their money to 401k and similar retirement saving plans starting next year.
The IRS says the maximum contribution for 401k, 403b, and most 457 plans will rise to $24,500. That's up from $23,500 this year. The IRS also raised the annual contribution limits for IRAs to $7,500. Those changes aim to help retirement savers set aside more income, especially older workers who started saving later in life. Bob Agnew reporting.
Walmart will be getting a new CEO early next year. Doug McMillon will retire at the end of January after leading the company since 2014. Company says that the current head of U.S. operations, John Furner, will take over as the chief executive of the nation's largest retailer. Officials in Gaza say that Israel has returned the bodies of 15 Palestinians. They were returned after Hamas militants handed over the body of one of the last 4 remaining Israeli hostages. More on these stories at townhall.com.
So my mother is thinking of switching from Verizon to Pure Talk, but she's worried the deal sounds too good to be true. Michael, she said, how can those Pure Talk people offer me the same basic service as Verizon for so much less money? I said, Ma, go ask Google how much Verizon spends on advertising and promotions. A few seconds later, my mother said, oh my goodness, $12 billion a year? That must be a typo. I'll tell you what I told my mom. It's not a typo. Verizon spends $12 billion a year on advertising and promotions, and their customers are paying for it. Well, Pure Talk doesn't spend that kind of money on commercials. Trust me, I would know. That's why they can offer you and my mother unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data on a crazy fast 5G network for just $25 a month. And if you're a business owner, you could really save a fortune. Dial pound 250, say the words Mike Rowe, and you'll get an additional 50% off your first month. That's pound 250 Mike Rowe. Pure Talk, everything you need and nothing you don't.
This hour of News Talk STL is brought to you by Rodney and Jen Wallner and the entire Wallner home selling team at Berkshire Hathaway. Call them today at 314-810-SOLD. 314-810-SOLD. From the Michaels Flooring Outlet Weather Center.
I'm meteorologist Chance Gotch with your first alert forecast, tracking a warm afternoon as highs continue to soar back towards the upper 70s, partly cloudy skies, winds out of the southwest at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Into Saturday, going to be a repeat, just a little bit breezier and a tad bit warmer, temperatures a little bit higher into the upper 70s. Winds could be gusting close to the lower 20 mile per hour range. Then we're looking dry into Sunday, a little bit cooler, closer to 60 degrees. From the First Alert 4 Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Chance Gotch.
Vic Porcelli.
Come on, you're Italian. You understand.
Every day is a busy day all of a sudden.
You talking to me? You talking to me?
Tough and smart, and I love Italian, so, he's definitely Italian.
At least I have this show to come and talk about it and let some stuff up.
What kind of a show are you guys putting on here today?
The Vic Porcelli Show.
All right, hour number 2 of our 3-hour tour. What are you watching? It's coming up at 10:25 with Kathy Kaiser from Fox 2, Miller Time, Chat Box, Wheel of Audio, Gooey Butter Cake coming later
Friday
today.
fun.
From Freddies Market, Brian Bononi will be with us. But right now, it's time for Smoothie Queuage.
Oh, Susie
Lots
Q,
of Smoothie Queuage.
I love you, Susie Q.
I'm the boss.
And I should have listened to Susie Moore from the beginning.
I think you're right. I think you're absolutely right about that.
Good morning, Susie.
Good morning, Vic.
How are you?
I'm good.
Can we talk about socialism for a sec?
Sure.
I don't understand that in this age of technology where there is information everywhere you look, that people haven't looked to see how socialism did throughout the years.
Well, the information is there. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink.
That's a great point.
Right?
How many socialists have won lately in the last 20, 30 years?
Oh, have won like election?
Big elections, yeah.
Well, if you count mayorships, 2.
Yeah.
Are you including the one in Seattle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
She's
just
a
recently.
socialist
I mean,
too, right?
I'm sure there probably been more elsewhere.
That was a
like-
couple days ago.
Yeah.
That lady.
Right.
I think they just declared it yesterday because they were really close. It was like 2,000 votes separating them.
So how do you talk to anybody in New York? How do they feel about this? Are they scared? Are they nervous? Are they afraid to leave their house?
No, I don't think they're afraid to leave their houses. I don't know that. I don't have any like insider scoop on New York or the denizens of New York City, but
Because in London, I'm sure people are afraid to leave their house. Not because, well, they could be assaulted, but also they have to be careful of what they say to someone, or they may get pulled off to jail if they say, I'm sorry, I can't understand you. Can you speak better English? They'll put you in jail for that.
they don't even have to leave their houses for it because if they say something wrong on social media.
Online, right.
Mhm.
That's no way to live.
No, it is not.
It's no way to live. So this Mondami thing, how do you say it?
Mamdani.
Mondani.
Mom, Donnie.
I don't see it going over with New Yorkers. I just don't.
I would think like, what, and you have a better experience with this because of where you grew up. I mean, you were right next door, right?
Yeah, 15 minutes.
The New York vibe, the New York dude that we think of, I would think doesn't really jibe with the professional left, the aggressive activist left that Mamdani represents. Obviously there are maybe younger, newer transplants to New York, people that kind of grew up with that progressive mindset that are going to welcome it. But like your tried and true regular old New Yorkers, I can't imagine that they will.
I can't either. I mean,
What's going to happen like when there's some sort of like labor issue, like with one of the unions there in New York?
that's a great point.
That's a really good point.
What happens then?
And not only that, but he thinks that he got a mandate because just the way he's acting and the way his people are acting, like, and he didn't. If you look at the numbers, it's very close. I'm saying an aggregate of all the numbers together of the voters who opposed him and the voters who voted for him, it turns out to where it's pretty close. But he's already changing his mind on a few things, and people are getting a little aggravated with him already. And it just started out of the gate.
Well, yeah, he hasn't even taken office yet. So
Right.
Yeah, no, I think you're going to find a lot of that. And the thing of it is, he doesn't have executive experience. He doesn't have political leadership experience. He's tasked with running the biggest city in the United States.
He's never had a job.
Yeah, and so I mean, I think he's going to be overwhelmed. I mean, obviously there's going to be people working with him, pulling his strings, that sort of thing. But I don't. He might be the proverbial dog that catches the car, right? It's like, okay, now what? I think he's going to really struggle figuring out how to govern and lead, and I think we're going to see firsthand how these great theories and ideas that haven't been put into practice or haven't been successful when put into practice don't really pan out. I don't know what that looks like. Now that he's got the job and will take over it in a little over a month, I do think that he's going to probably run into some headwinds, and it'll be interesting to watch it unfold.
Yeah, I wonder where the headwinds will come from, because, like you said, old timer New Yorkers, they don't like being told what to do. Let's start there. The
No.
government shouldn't tell you what to do.
No.
And it's just so backwards. I mean, it's the kids, right? I hate to do this.
It is.
It's the kids.
It is. I mean, it's the kids in the awfuls.
Who?
The awfuls.
Who are the awfuls?
Affluent, white, liberal.
Oh.
Affluent, right, liberal. Oh, that'd be the FWS.
Affluent, white, female, liberals.
So, what do they? Do they know? I'm not saying it's going to happen, but do they know how women are treated in Islamic nations and states?
Oh, I mean, You're asking for some sort of logical consistency
Sorry,
from the
crazy.
from the progressive left. I think that ship sailed. No, I mean, there's all kinds of inconsistencies, and I'm surprised that New York voted for this guy. I don't think it's going to go well. Um, maybe they'll surprise us. Maybe he'll surprise us. Maybe he'll have a fantastic tenure. I'm not holding my breath on
It's
that.
4 years, right?
I think it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm actually, I know this is going to sound really stupid, but I'm not an insider. But I'm really shocked that Curtis Lewa didn't do better with all the work he's done with Guardian Angels throughout the years. Now, a lot of people just didn't like him because you guys are vigilantes. And yeah, I guess they were. But you felt safe when you saw that sea of red berets walk down the street.
It's true. It's true. I mean, I think that perhaps the height of his popularity is a little bit more in the rearview mirror, and he doesn't necessarily have a lot of executive experience.
No, true.
either, and he's not a politician. So I just don't know that he had the ground game and the messaging to really help get him over. And it's hard to get a Republican elected in New York City. I mean, come on. That doesn't it's been a while.
Yeah.
So I just don't think that he was necessarily the strongest candidate, but they didn't have anybody else. It was him or Andrew Cuomo, who's got his own issues.
Horrible. Yeah.
Yeah, which is kind of bizarre when you think about it. You're talking about like the premier U.S. city, and you can't get decent candidates for it.
Well, I know that it's tough to get the Republican, but they've had him in the past, and
They
I
have.
thought, I was thinking out of the gate, I thought, okay, you've got an Islamist socialist versus an independent who has actually basically destroyed the country or the state, let alone the city. And they chose him, they chose him over Sliwa. I thought, man, that just doesn't seem like it's too very practical to me. But then I realized we didn't consider the Trump factor.
Oh, I mean, there is no better motivator for Democrats and the left than hating Trump.
Yeah.
That gets out the vote.
Big time.
Sliwa
Big time.
is a New Yorker's New Yorker.
Mhm. Yeah.
True New Yorker. I think Andrew Cuomo, I associate him more with upstate New York.
Sure, because he was the governor, and his dad was the governor.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I know he was born in New York City, but I don't really consider him a New Yorker as much as Curtis Sliwa. And I would have thought New Yorkers would have wanted a real New Yorker who's eating that Umberto's clam bar.
I do think that you are seeing a very significant generational divide. I think that they said the split, the 45 and over split, 45 and under, that if you look at the demographics, that split is like wide as far as who they went for.
And Susie, do you think a contributing factor to that is the experience younger people have had with, lack of experience about socialism?
Absolutely. Lack of experience, lack of education. Academia has basically been all in on kind of pushing the sort of Marxism, cultural Marxism.
Yeah.
And then I think that's been absorbed. So if you're talking about, think about the cost of living, think about where we are right now. Who's going to New York to work? People that are, in better paying jobs, probably people that have degrees. In other words, it's not, New York City isn't drawing in low middle income people because you can't afford to live there. So the people that are younger that are coming into the city are going to be probably higher educated, higher income people, which means that they've been isolated or insulated, I should say, from the realities of the economy and recognizing that socialism doesn't work in practice.
Traditionally is what you're talking about, but I'm talking about now because I got to tell you, his plan is to start tax on anybody who's making a lot of money. Those people you're talking about. I would not personally move into a city where I know they're going to double, triple tax me.
You would if you bought into it. If you
bought
drank
into
the
it, I get
Kool-Aid.
it. Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. There's lots of people that think that that rich people, in recognizing that they're privileged too, think that rich people should be taxed more.
But Susie, I'm telling you, man, they're going to be bringing in so many lower income people now in that state, in that city, because I've heard online, I've seen people online do videos on TikTok saying, "Okay, get ready, He won, and we're going to get free rent. We're going to get free buses. We're going to get free groceries. They're moving to New York.
Where are they going to live?
Right. The assumption is, I'm not saying that they're going to get it. I'm saying the assumption being, no, we're going to get free rent. We're going to get low rent.
Well, they can get free rent down on the sidewalk there, but
Exactly
I mean, it's not reality.
That's a low rent district.
Exactly right.
I mean, I think we're on the same page.
No, I get it. Yeah.
All right. I want to talk about two things here. First of all, he wants to empty the prisons, right? He wants to let everybody who's in prison out of prison. So what gives anybody an incentive who knows that, any incentive to go to a Broadway play or go to dinner and then walk to Madison Square Garden and see the Knicks or the Rangers or a concert or something?
Not if you have a lick of sense about you, it doesn't.
So what's going to happen? I'll tell you what, Wicked's going to close, right? If people stop going to see Broadway shows because they're afraid to walk on the streets. You got to be kidding me.
Yeah. It's everything is bass backwards. The entire thing about it, the whole mentality, what you think will work. It's not grounded in reality, and I think it's going to backfire.
And they have just poisoned the minds of young kids because all young kids think all cops suck.
Not all young kids. A lot of them.
Well, yeah, the ones who are being influenced by these people. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah, I mean, there's a very negative view towards law enforcement, towards, kind of traditional values, anything like that.
And you brought up something interesting, Vic, because you're from that area and you know what it's like. Nightlife is like in New York. We don't. We think of St. Louis. Well, I wouldn't go walking around down in St. Louis anyway.
But would you have 20, 30 years ago?
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Same.
We used to do down at the landing. That used to be like a magnet.
That was a hub. Yeah.
Everybody would go out on a Friday and Saturday night. We were lining people up around the block when we were playing. But now we just don't do it. So my point is that now in New York, that perspective, what it's like for nightlife there, but it's not going to be the same, right?
Well, it went from bad, and then Giuliani got elected, and he really did. He really cleaned up. And there were porn theaters and peep shows, and just disgusting people in Times Square, and he cleaned all that up to the point where you could walk around. I proposed to my wife in the middle of Times Square.
Yeah.
Can you do that now? I don't know. But now it's going to go to worse if they're going to let out the people in prison and replace cops with social workers. How is that going to happen on a domestic dispute where they hear gunfire? Oh, just send the social worker. He or she will help out.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll just settle everything down. It's all ridiculous. I 100% agree with you. I don't have a good answer. Is the bottom line.
Your job is to bring up questions and have somebody answer them.
So basically, it's uncharted territory.
It is.
It really is, because you have, and I would argue, these people online, they're crazy because they say, no, they don't represent the Democrat Party. Yes, they do. I'm sorry, but your leaders, Hakeem Jeffries, AOC, Chuck Schumer, Bernie Sanders, those I would consider being pretty high leaders in the Democrat Party. They endorsed Mamdani. In fact, one of them said, I think it was, Schumer said he's the future of the Democrat Party. So what you're saying is the Democrat Party is now the Democrat Socialist Party.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's insane. It's just insane. All right. I didn't leave enough time, I guess. I apologize for that. But
darn it, Vic.
That's what I do. The Epstein email. I know I'm biased. I like President Trump a lot. If he had done anything on Epstein Island with all the prosecutions that went on in the Biden DOJ while President Trump was running again, don't you think they would have brought it up then to keep him from being elected?
100%.
So
that's why I don't buy into the
girl. That's what I wanted to hear.
And they down out made up that email redaction, because Jasmine Crockett, I've got audio here, Vic. Which one is it here? Jasmine Crockett, she's on some news program, and she's reminding everybody how stupid it was for them to redact it. And they said, well, the Democrats redacted it.
And the person that they did redact was Virginia Joffrey, who's dead and already said that.
Who's literally the one well-known victim that everybody knows her name. And
she's
who has
already
exonerated
said she hasn't seen him there. Yeah, play Jazzy.
Yeah, number 9.
Let's play the pride of MICDS. Go ahead.
This is an email from April 2nd, 2011. Republicans were saying that victim is Virginia Giuffre. As you know, she died by suicide. She's been very outspoken victim of Jeffrey Epstein. Here's the email right here on your screen. She wrote a book, as you know, and she did not accuse him of any wrongdoing. What do you make of that? And can you confirm that?
Yeah, I don't know. Obviously, it's redacted who the victim is, so I won't necessarily take the Republicans' word on who it is that's redacted. And I don't know why they would necessarily redact someone's name who is deceased at this point.
The Democrats did that, though. The Democrats redacted.
No. I understand, but I'm just saying, like, our biggest concern is to actually make sure that we are protecting victims. And obviously, she wrote a book. She told her truth.
She got so stuck she didn't know what to say.
She's so stupid.
So listen, I mean, come on. We're radio professionals. There's times when you get thrown a question and you don't really know the answer and you kind of like walk your way around to it and you're not operating with all the information. That's clearly what happened there. I mean, the bottom line is it's not a coincidence that literally the millisecond the shutdown ended, the Democrats pivoted to Epstein.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
No wins for Trump.
No.
Don't give him a win.
Absolutely not.
All right, we'll end on something truly disgusting.
Oh, yay.
Just, upbeat and fun. Do you know there are conspiracy theories that Hillary Clinton had an affair with Vince Foster? Did you know that?
I know that Jeffrey Epstein alluded to that.
On both sides.
But there's more proof now they're coming out with.
And of course, Vince Foster committed suicide.
Allegedly.
Was suicided.
With 2 bullets to the back of the head.
Allegedly.
That's usually how you do it, right?
Oh, yeah, I do.
You shoot once.
I do it once a day.
That doesn't kill you, so you go ahead and do another one. It's in the back of the head. I don't know. I just think, ew. God.
Yeah.
That was a disgusting part.
That was unpleasant. Thank you.
All right.
Way to ruin the day, Vic.
Sorry. Susie Moore, Deputy Managing Editor at redstate.com. Anything else you'd like to say?
No, just have a happy Friday and a happy birthday to Ken.
Well, thank you. I
Happy
appreciate that.
birthday. Come on, give us where's the crowd? Where's the happy birthday crowd?
It's hard.
There we go. Susie, thanks so much.
Thanks, guys.
All right. I think we answered a lot of the world's questions right there, Kenny.
I think so.
Are they done? Are they all drunk already, all those people?
Oh, yeah.
It's only 10:22 in the morning.
It's going to be a party weekend.
So what are you watching?
What are you watching?
That's next on 101.9 and 94.1 News Talk STL. Welcome home. What is this?
This is Flagpole Sit-Up.
Is this the whole song?
Harvey Danger.
Is this the whole song?
Yeah.
It's got bad word in it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Better watch out.
Really? Why are you making fun of me?
You better get me out of here.
Go.
Stream the Vic Porcelli Show at News Talk STL. The Vic Porcelli Show. Made in St. Louis for St. Louis. It's News Talk STL.
This is the time of the year most of us are checking off our holiday gift list. Identity thieves have lists too, and your personal information might be on that list. Protect your identity with LifeLock. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points every single second and alerts you to the threats you could miss yourself. If your identity is stolen, your own U.S.-based restoration specialist is going to work to fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Make this season about joy, not identity theft, with LifeLock. Save up to 40% off your first year at LifeLock.com with the promo code BECK. Terms apply.
An official message from Medicare. Medicare plans change from one year to the next. And this year, it's important for you to review your current coverage and compare all your options during Medicare open enrollment. Compare health plans, drug coverage, and costs. See if you can save some money, and don't forget to make sure your drugs are covered. Open enrollment ends December 7th. Visit Medicare.gov or call 1-800-MEDICARE. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Why are you going to work? It's Sunday.
It's a brand new show on News Talk STL. JC's Sunday Showgram.
What's with this recent trend of stores giving us homework, plus the surprising outcome of a fender bender I had the last time the Cardinals won the World Series. Also, local station stunts and promotions gone awry, and another edition of It Sucked Then and It Sucks Now, all brought to you by the Weber Automotive Group.
Sunday morning, 7 to 9. Then podcast each Monday on NewsTalkSTL.com. News Talk STL. If you have a phone, you have a radio.
I listen to News Talk STL on the app driving to work.
Download the News Talk STL app.
You got to get the News Talk STL app.
Love the app. Can listen anywhere in St. Louis.
And listen anytime. News Talk STL right on my phone. Anywhere.
Whoosh.
It's Friday.
Talk lines are open now at 314-912-1019. You're listening to the Vic Porcelli Show.
Hey, can I ask you something?
Well,
What's forget about it? What is it?
forget about it. It's like if something is the greatest thing in the world, like Mingeros peppers, forget about it. You know? Sometimes it just means forget about it.
All right. Thank you very much. I got it.
Forget about it.
Made in St. Louis for St. Louis. It's News Talk STL.
Gotta love Paul Giamatti, right?
Oh, yeah.
He's awesome. All right, it is Friday. It's 10:25. That means it's time for What Are You Watching?
What are you watching?
Well, what are you watching?
What are you watching?
What are you watching?
Just caught a quick comment in the chat box. Wow. About the thing we were talking about with Hillary and Vince Foster.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. Okay. Kathy KAISER from Fox 2. How you doing?
Good morning. Doing fantastic.
Great
Morning,
to see
Kathy.
you again. We
Great
love
to
having
see you too. Thank you so much.
I want to tell you that I was very proud that I watched 3 movies last Saturday in a row, 6 hours right in a row.
Wow.
Till like 2 or 3 in the morning.
You love to binge. He loves to binge.
He's a binge guy.
Yeah.
What are you guys saying?
I'm just saying.
You both said that at
I'm-
like the same time. You guys conspiring against me?
No. That means that you got so used to binging in COVID that you enjoy that.
Okay, I'll take that. All right.
That's all I was saying,
I think
Ken.
you're just a student of what are you watching?
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I did, though. She's right. Because during COVID, oh my God, I watched 7 seasons of Narcos where they tried to get Pablo Escobar and then that was all in Spanish with subtitles. And then I watched Narcos Mexico, which was another 2 seasons. I was almost fluent in Spanish by the time I watched all that. All right. So let's do this. Fly through them real quick. Name of the movie, how many popcorn stars, and then we'll dig in after that.
Okay, fantastic. The Running Man, 3.5 out of 5 stars. Glenn Powell, Josh Brolin, Carmen Domingo, William H. Macy, and Michael Cera. In theaters, Jay Kelly, rated R, 5 out of 5 popcorns. George Clooney, Adam Sandler, Laura Dern, Billy Crudup, Greta Gerwig, Eve Hewson, Bono's daughter.
And that's a Netflix.
Right? Stacy Keach and Riley Keough. It's in theaters right now.
Oh,
it's
is it?
going to be
Oh,
on
okay.
Netflix December 5th. And B and Eddie, new documentary on Netflix, just popped on Wednesday night. Rated R, of course. Starring Eddie Murphy, Jamie Foxx, Tracy Morgan, Pete Davidson, Chris Rock, Kevin Hart, John Landis, Jerry Bruckheimer, Arsenio Hall, Jeffrey Katzenberg, Tracy Ellis Ross, and a host of other people. Seriously. The world came out for Eddie, so that's where we're at.
We'll get to that. Let's start with The Running
Okay.
Man. Now, this is not a remake, right? This
It's
is
a reimagining.
It is a remake.
They do give a nod if you pay attention during the movie to Arnold Schwarzenegger from the 1987 film.
Okay.
Maybe if you pay attention to the money, you're going to see Arnold.
And Sean Hayes in this too?
Yes.
From Will and Grace? That's
Yes.
Sean Hayes?
Yes.
In a serious role?
No. In a very small
Crazy. What
role.
was
In
it,
a very
crazy?
no, not at all. In a very small cameo role.
Okay. I like
right?
him. I like Sean.
I love him. And I was really hoping it's one of those people that you love that you hope had more.
Yeah.
You know, like, couldn't you have given him a little more to do?
Right.
I mean, it's pretty much about Glenn Powell, right? And, you know, him trying to stay alive for 30 days while everyone's trying to kill him so he can win $1 billion for his family.
Well,
A
maybe
game show type of thing.
Yes. Coleman Domingo is the game show host,
So maybe
which was Richard Dawson in 1987.
Well, I thought that was Rollerball.
I'm sorry?
Wasn't Richard Dawson the host of Rollerball back with James Caan?
Yes, but I think he was also in the 1987 film. Yeah.
So I didn't know that. Kid. What was your question?
No, I was going to say Sean Hayes. Maybe this is just like him getting back into it.
Right?
Maybe we'll see more in other features.
Let's hope.
We hope.
Yes.
'Cause I like him.
I like him too.
So William H. Macy Sean Hayes, Michael Cera. What does Michael Cera have a significant role in this
Well,
movie?
he does towards the end of the film without too many spoilers. And maybe Michael Cera's playing Michael Cera. He's a little off kilter. Some of these people, I think, and this is terrible, I'm never going to, make my way to Hollywood because I say what I say about actors, but sometimes I don't think they're acting. Sometimes I think that's really their persona, and he's just he
I think
plays
a lot
it
of
way
actors
too
do
good,
that. Yeah,
right?
Yeah. All right. So 3 out of 5?
Yep. 3.5 out of 5.
I'm sorry, 3.5.
3.5 out of 5.
All right, Jay Kelly. What's this about?
Okay, so Jay Kelly is George Clooney as an actor. That's his name. Jay Kelly is one of the big stars in Hollywood. Adam Sandler plays his manager, and Laura Dern plays his PR person. And maybe he's a little over 60 and he's coming to terms with what his life has been thus far. Maybe the neglect, not that he has neglected his children, but he's felt like maybe he focused way too much on his career and not on his family. As his younger daughter's going away to college, and she is flying off to Paris to have this big trip before she goes away to college, and she pretty well tells him, I don't really need you in my life right now. I have all these plans, right? Dad, you weren't really there a lot because you're always surrounded by all these people. And now I can't be the person in your life that's gonna, you're gonna hover over. And maybe he has a different idea. Maybe he's gonna do that.
George Clooney is one of those actors that I really, really want to like in a movie,
Mhm.
and I just have not had much luck with him. I just don't enjoy.
Is that your personal feelings coming through?
Oh, it really is.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's fair. That's fair.
It is, but I do try. Like Ocean's 11. I really liked the film. I didn't think he was. I don't know. It was.
I think you either love George Clooney, like from ER days,
right,
through his career, or you're not particularly fond of his politics or his acting.
I don't know what it is. It's just
Something.
the personality. He was the voice in Triplets of Belleville. It's an animation, and I actually really liked him in there. Maybe it's because I didn't have to look at him. I don't know why. I have no idea why.
So Adam Sandler is in a serious role here.
Adam Sandler's in a serious role.
I loved that movie about the diamonds and the betting on the basketball. What was that called?
Oh, Uncut Gems.
Unbelievable job by Adam Sandler.
And he's trying to take on more.
I think he's great at
dramatic roles because he is fantastic at it. The two of them together in this movie are superb.
Okay.
They really play well off of one another as they're both trying to come to terms with what's going on in their lives, right?
And
I'll give it a shot.
You mentioned it real quick, but Eve Hewson is Bono's daughter.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Stacy Keach.
Yes.
I like him.
Mike Hammer. He played Mike Hammer.
Yes.
And Ken, do you remember in Up in Smoke? He was Sergeant Stadenko.
I loved him. That character.
You knew it. You knew it right away.
Totally,
That is great.
And I loved it when he came on and he plays George Clooney's dad.
I'm stoned, Harry.
Yeah, he plays George Clooney's dad, and he's fantastic.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So-
But George Clooney through the movie as Jay Kelly is kind of discounted a lot of people in his life, and they're not all coming together.
I'll give this a shot since it's on Netflix.
Well, not yet. It's in theaters right now. It's going to be on Netflix December 5th.
Yeah, Vic will wait.
Couple of
And
weeks.
it got
You bet.
And all I'm going to say is it got a 10-minute standing ovation in the Venice Film Festival when it was
Wow.
over.
Yeah, I'll totally give it a shot.
I don't know if I trust those people at the Venice Film Festival. Those are all a bunch of snobby.
Brother, where art thou?
elitists.
I love George Clooney in that movie.
There you go.
So
It's
there is
it's the
something-
roles, right?
Yeah, it might be. Yeah,
It's
'Cause I love the
it's
song
the
they did.
roles.
Yeah.
All right, the Eddie
right?
Murphy documentary, Being Eddie. You love it.
Oh my God.
You love it.
Yes.
Wow. I saw it yesterday,
Mhm.
and I've always liked Eddie Murphy. I always thought he was versatile. I didn't realize if you look at the whole of his career,
His career.
it is they did a great job with displaying everything he's done.
Absolutely.
I am a bigger fan than I've ever been.
Wow.
I've loved him
Huge.
forever. Like forever. My husband lives on I share things about him, but he had hernia surgery when we were just dating. And he loved Mr. Robinson's Neighborhood on SNL.
Oh.
Okay. So He literally has had surgery that day. We're sitting there watching SNL, and he's laughing so hard he can't because he had hernia surgery. And he's like, "You gotta hold my gut. You gotta hold my gut." Like, and I'm like, "What is going on?" Right? And I'm like, "Turn it off." He's like, "I can't turn it off. I love this."
Here's how he answered the door in my neighborhood. Who is it? But
so you remember it all, yes.
48 Hours was his breakthrough movie role.
Right.
Do you like 48 Hours
Loved
with him
it,
and
yeah.
Nick Nolte?
Yeah.
I think that is such a great movie. It's such a, not just convict, but some other things that he says
I
about
can't
it.
say that.
Oh, yes.
You know, I mean, it was totally unwoke back before there was a woke, and that's the way you make movies, man.
Well, and I don't want to give it away, but you got to see this documentary of him, because in it I was so pleasantly surprised about how he's lived his life.
Right.
I don't want to go into it anymore because I want people to be surprised.
We
about
want
it.
people to see it.
You'll know what I'm talking about when you go through the whole thing and you watch it, and you'll be like, "Wow, that's
Right,
Eddie Murphy."
shut up about it then.
Right.
All
No,
right.
no. And
Yeah,
without giving too much more away, I was also impressed with the fact that as many movies as he's done,
everything.
Right, everything that he's done, including his song. Let's not forget about "Party All the Time."
Ew.
Another one too.
That was terrible.
Right.
And he explained how he did that
was
song
a bet.
with
Was it a bet?
Rick James.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't want to go into
Okay,
it.
yeah, but
No, we don't want to give it all away. But
So let me
anyway, I
just
was going to say
that my favorite line of Eddie Murphy's in 48 Hours. Remember how junky Nick Nolte's car was,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And Eddie gets and goes, "This your car, Jack? Looked like you bought it off one of the Bruthas." So 5 out of 5.
5 out of 5 popcorns. And what I was trying to get to was the fact that he gives all the accolades of what he has accomplished to his children.
Yep.
Oh, that's great.
Right.
And his stand-up's delirious and raw. He couldn't
Which
do
they're
today.
popping on Netflix. You can see them all now.
And they cover all that, Vic.
Couldn't make it now, right? Though.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
no.
I'm
No,
really
in fact,
surprised that-
he comments about that.
All right,
I'm really
gonna-
surprised they're putting them back out there.
I don't want to ruin it for anybody. I'm talking too much here. Are
No.
you
Will
watching?
you shut up about it, please?
Oh my God! You already talked to me. What are you watching?
I watched I Love LA, and I was out. I got to tell you, I'm going to say this, and this is a political statement, but I was in, and I it's really raunchy.
Yes,
But
it's TVMA for a multitude of reasons.
Right.
yes.
And I was hanging, I was fine. But then they had mail on mail. And I'm like, you know what? I can't do this. I really cannot do this.
That's not homophobia. That's just.
It's just.
I don't want to see two men kiss.
And I can even like fast forward past a kiss. But when they're doing stuff, I
Right.
can't. I
Really
can't.
can?
Oh, Vic.
Really?
If you're a guy,
Out.
just gone.
I
I
am
was done.
out.
I won't watch any more of it. I'm done.
Right. And
Yeah.
you know, it's sad because
It's sad. It
right,
really is. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
What are you watching?
What am I
Vic?
watching? Tulsa Kings getting really hot and heavy now, man. There's only a few episodes left, I think.
I'm gonna have to try to get him to come on. What do you think?
Who?
Try to get Sylvester Stallone to come on the show.
Oh, are you kidding me?
I will
No, I'm
give
not
you the
kidding
show
ya.
if you do that. This will be the Kathy Kaiser and Ken show if you do that.
You wouldn't have to do that.
Okay. No,
But I
you
love
wouldn't
it.
have to do that. But I think we should try to give it a shot.
I
As
also
many accolades as you give him.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I watched 3 movies over last weekend. I'm sorry I can't think of the third one, which was actually first. But then I watched The Little Things with Denzel Washington and Rami Malek.
Oh yeah.
They're not really partners,
No.
but they end up kind of being cop partners.
Yes.
Going after the guy. And tell him about Jared Leto.
Jared Leto is the creeper in this
Ken,
movie.
you wouldn't even know it. I didn't know
No.
it until I read the credits.
In
Really?
What? Wait, in what?
It's
Really?
called The Little Things.
The
I had
Little
no idea.
Things.
I had no
Mhm.
idea. Denzel Washington's a cop in a small town. Rami Malek is a cop in L.A., and they get together somehow for strange reasons, and they're going after who murdered all these girls. And this one guy is such a creeper, and he walks funny, and he talks funny, and it's Jared Leto. I had no idea.
The man can do I
I'm
mean,
gonna have
he's
to watch
a
that, yeah. The
fantastic
Little
actor.
Things.
Okay.
Yes,
And
The
Rami
Little
Malek.
Things.
What's it on?
Netflix.
Oh, okay.
And then I watched Inside Man,
Mhm.
which was about a bank robbery in New York City. And they took their time. There was no rush. They're walking around. I'm like, this is very Money Heist.
Mhm.
Excuse me.
Feeling, yes.
Hold on, I had a little air into my diaphragm there. And it and then I read the trivia. See, this is my problem. Do I obsess?
A little bit.
A little bit?
A little bit.
When I watch a movie, I go to IMDb and read the trivia. Always love it. Every movie. And they said that it inspired Money Heist, which was originally called Casa de Papel in Spain, just on Spanish television. Big bomb. Nobody liked it. Netflix bought it, called it Money Heist, put in Bella Ciao, and it was the big hit that it was.
Absolutely.
And it's kind of like that. It's good movie.
Yeah.
So that's all
So
I
you're
got.
picking out really good stuff again, you know?
What are you saying?
There's a theme again, like you got on your theme there, right? Money Heist, cops and robbers, you know.
I loved Money Heist. I swear to God, I loved it. Absolutely loved it. All right, Kathy, thank you so much. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.
On Fox 2, Thursday nights.
Thursday at 9 a.m. and then again at noon.
Damn it. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
What are you watching?
What are you watching?
What are you watching?
Ken. Oh my God, I'm so thirsty. It's Friday. It's almost 5 o'clock. Is it almost 5 o'clock? No, not
Somewhere
really.
in the world.
Can we do Miller time anyway?
We can.
That's next on 101.9 and 94.1. News Talk STL, number one for live and local conservative talk.
Watch us on our live stream using Rumble, Facebook, and Twitter. The Vic Porcelli Show.
What makes the Hottentot so hot? What puts the apron hot? What have they got that I ain't got?
The Vic Porcelli Show.
You could say that again.
On News Talk STL.
Hey, the Connors, every time I turn around, they're doing something nice for people, good for people. Kathy Connor's a big pet fan.
Oh, yeah.
Big dog and animal lover, and she always does that. They're good philanthropic people. But just because somebody's philanthropic doesn't mean they do good work. That just means they're philanthropic.
Right.
Well, the Connors happen to do both really, really well. And Kathy and Rob Connor, well, you feel like they're dedicating their lives to you. Don't you feel like that when Rob comes over the house?
Absolutely, yeah.
He's got nothing else going on in the world except Ken's roof.
That's right. Focused.
And that's the way they make you feel when they come. They specialize in residential roofing and repair, and that's great because they're not going to say, yeah, you know, Goober and I got to go do an industrial job right now, so we're going to leave you with a big hole in your roof till we come back. They're not going to do that. Goober will do that.
Right.
If Goober even shows up. No Goobers. An honest estimate. Quality work. Great customer service and follow-up. And they specialize in emergency storm repairs.
Yeah, and they got siding and guttering. I mean, they do the whole thing.
You name it. They do it. So go to ConnorRoofing.com, CONNER roofing.com.
Tim Jones and Chris Arps in the afternoon.
Democrat shutdown's over. What's up for Congress next? Congressman Bob Onder at 420 will discuss.
Tim Jones and Chris Arps. Weekdays at 4 on News Talk STL.
Tony Colombo here for Gutter Pros and Exteriors, your all-in-one service team that brings years of experience and quality that's affordable right to your doorstep. Christine and I discovered Gutter Pros and Exteriors when we bought our home and inherited a gutter problem. And they've also repaired siding damage on our home because along with gutter repair, gutter installation, and leaf protection, the Gutter Pros team are also the best for repairing other exterior damage, including fascia, soffit, and all siding repair and installation. Learn about all the ways Gutter Pros and Exteriors can help your home or business right now at gutterpros.com.
Jeffco Patriot Radio.
Hey guys, Jefferson County Councilman Billy Crow here from Jeffco Patriot Radio. On behalf of Tim Jones and I just want to thank you for making Jeffco Patriot Radio the #1 listened to show on Sundays here on News Talk STL, where we dive into all the things happening in and around Jefferson County. Check Tim Jones and I out on Jeffco Patriot Radio this and every Sunday at high noon here on 101.9, 94.1 News Talk STL.
Jeffco Patriot Radio.
This December 13th, join Wreaths Across America at Belle Reve Gardens Cemetery as we remember the fallen. honor those who serve, and teach our children the value of freedom. Help us lay remembrance wreaths on the graves of our fallen heroes. Sponsor a wreath, volunteer, or bring your family to this meaningful tribute to our veterans, because every hero deserves to be remembered. Learn more and sponsor a wreath. Visit NewstalkSTL.com.
Fox News commentary with Brian Kilmeade. Next.
If your cash is sitting in a savings account, it's at risk. Old school advice says save more, but today the strategy is broken. When inflation spikes, they print money or cut rates, your dollar shrinks. So do your savings. The solution? Own something real. Physical gold and silver. When the dollar drops, gold and silver prices rise. And with Noble Gold, owning gold is simple. Just visit noblegoldinvestments.com and chat with a specialist. The knowledge is free. The protection is priceless. Visit noblegoldinvestments.com. Past performance may not be indicative of future results. Investing in precious metals involves risk. Consult your financial advisor before making investment decisions.
Here's Brian Kilmeade.
So the President of the United States with Laura Ingraham, they were talking about the economy. Now, when it comes to affordability, everybody circles that. Let's make things affordable again. Number one, the 50-year mortgage is the president's attempt. It's got ridicule. I don't know what's wrong with a 50-year mortgage. Now, look, if it gets you into a home on 50 years, and if even though you're paying interest for much longer, as opposed to a 30 or 15 or 5 or whatever you're getting, but if you got a house and you're paying into it, and then maybe you become 32, 34, 38 years old and you feel like you're doing better, you go remortgage. It happens all the time. Even when people have good mortgages, they'll go back and say, well, the interest rate dropped. I've got incentives to do it. Or they want to take some money out of the equity to rebuild their house. This is normal stuff. Why the president got backlash in this, I don't get. It's just an option. It's not a demand.
For more commentary like this, go to foxnewspodcast.com.
Talk lines are open now at 314-912-1019. Vic and Ken. Ken can recite the alphabet backwards. Vic can recite the alphabet forwards. The Vic Porcelli Show on 101.9 and 94.1 News Talk STL.
Piece of cake. Forwards. Piece of cake. All right. So I'm glad Joe Rush came in. Rarely am I glad
Joe.
when he comes in, but today I'm glad. Hi, Joe. How are you?
Hi, Joe.
I'm great, Vic. How are you?
So I was listening to Chris Arps do the morning show today for Mike, and they were talking about
Mike Jones? No, Mike Ferguson. Tim Jones, Chris Arps. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So they do this 80s thing on Friday by request, 80s bumper music, and they play this little intro, which is fun. And in the middle of the intro, you hear Rodney Dangerfield's voice say, "Come on, while we're young." And Chris was like, "Who's that guy in the middle there that says we're young? Is that the Seinfeld father there? The Diller? Is that Diller?" And
Diller.
So I said to myself, I'm in the car, Joe, I want you to know that I was right. I said that's from Caddyshack, of course. When somebody's putting, right?
No, when he was teeing off. Ted Baxter's teeing off, and he's really kind of taking his time, getting his swiggle in his hips, and all of a sudden Dangerfield says, "While we're young."
Yeah, it's great. So I said that in my head. So I was going to come in and tell him, because sometimes I just love talking to Chris in situations like that.
Do you hear voices in your head often? Is that what you? Is that no?
That's how I live
He
my
does.
life.
Yeah, okay.
He does, actually.
That's how I live my life.
Yep.
So I should have trusted myself. This is a lesson in trusting your gut. Okay. Because
And that's a lot of gut to trust too. That's okay.
Wow. Wow, Joe.
I'm filing.
Only Joe
I'm
Rush
filing-
can get away
Happy
with
birthday,
that.
Ken. That was for you.
that was nice gift.
I'm filing
Thank
a
you.
grievance with the union. So I looked it up on Grok just to make sure. I mean, I knew it was Caddyshack, and I just should have came in and said that. So Grok said it was in Back to School with Rodney Dangerfield.
Oh my God.
So I made a fool out of myself, and I'm wrong, and he wants me to apologize. So I apologize for getting it wrong. I should have went with my gut. My big fat gut.
I think that's your first mistake in almost 5 years on the air. So thank you for owning it. But you're the movie guy. Why would you think to go
Why
to
would
Grok?
I doubt myself, right?
Yeah, and especially Grok. You can have an argument with Grok. We can actually display that next week.
But I won, and down goes Grok! Down goes Grok! Down goes Grok!
Which I know that I was.
And look at Vic in his corner, as
ding,
boys
ding,
as can
ding.
be. Joe, thanks, man.
Thanks, Joe.
Ken, why? What's the matter with me?
No, I think you just doubted yourself for a minute, and that's all it takes. You knew it. You knew it.
My favorite voice to do, of course.
Right.
Right?
Right.
All right. Let's do Miller time, I guess.
Welcome to Miller Time. It's Miller Time.
Miller time.
Miller Time.
Miller time.
Miller Time.
Miller time with the greatest intro of all time, Ken.
Thanks, Vic.
Thank you, man. Happy birthday!
Thank you, Vic.
Yeah. So Stephen Miller just makes a fool out of the left. He makes a fool out of the media because he just takes what they're saying, turns it around. Have you seen his wife, by the way? She talks just like him.
Does she really?
Yeah. Completely never says smart, gets to the point all the time. So Stephen Miller talking about Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries and how afraid of the Democrat socialist wing of the Democrat Party is. Ken, give me a Miller.
Miller Time.
This is all about Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries being terrified of the Mondami wing, the AOC wing of the Democrat Party, understanding that they're not in control of anything anymore. It is a communist party. Is it an America Last party? It is a party that puts illegals over citizens, criminals over cops, cheaters over hardworking taxpayers at every level.
You know, Vic, it just occurred to me that the Trump administration cabinet could have a meter of how much the Democrats hate that individual. And if the higher it is, the more accurate they are. This guy here, they call him the same names they call Trump. They have, if there was a TDS version for Stephen Miller, they have that.
Yeah,
they hate him so much.
Miller derangement syndrome.
Yeah, MDS.
MDS. And he, they call him Nazi. They call him white supremacist. So emphatically. And so, well, Stephen Miller's a white supremacist. Oh, yes, he is. He's a white supremacist.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they're just so ridiculous. All right. Do we have time for some more?
Yeah.
Because I'm thirsty.
Okay.
The shutdown shows just how little the Democrats care about America. Ken, give me a Miller.
Miller Time.
This shutdown was an example of just how little the Democrats care about Americans. They forced our national security workers to go without pay. They forced Americans to be stuck at airports, flights canceled at levels never seen before in history. Why? All for what? $1.5 trillion of demands, including free health care for illegal aliens, to bloat the government, to steal from taxpayers, to steal from working Americans. And at the end, after over 40 days, what did they get? Nothing. Defeated, humiliated, disgraced. But in the meantime, they sucked billions of dollars in wealth out of the economy.
The shutdown, I've never seen more things blow up in the faces of Democrats than now in this period of time.
And the media and the Democrats tried so hard to cover that up. They were like, oh, we won. We won.
Don't they know how desperate they look and sound?
Yeah, because immediately, we talked about it earlier, they produced that email that went nowhere. It went absolutely nowhere, but they don't want to give Donald Trump a win.
They really don't. And I got to tell you how disgusted I was and nauseous about Hillary and Vince Foster.
Oh, my goodness.
Anybody and Hillary. And, he died.
Oh.
He
was suicided.
Committed suicide with 2 bullets to the back of the head, which happens all the time when people commit suicide. All right, Kenny, can we do some more?
Yeah.
How about the distinct contrast between Republicans and Democrats, with Democrats trying to hurt America and Republicans trying to help? Ken, give me a Miller.
Miller Time.
Think about the contrast. President Trump bringing trillions of investment into America, giving Americans trillions of dollars in tax cuts. And what did Democrats do in their big moment? They steal hardworking money from our taxpayers, they cancel their flights, and they destroy billions of dollars in economic value. You will not see a clear contrast. The Democrats are the party of destruction. President Trump is leading the party of creation, opportunity, and wealth.
Ken, what can the left-wing media possibly say about anything, but most recently, the shutdown, the Schumer shutdown, that We can't feed people on SNAP because we got the government shut down. We got to open it up. And then 6 people voted for the ending the shut. How can we end this shutdown when we hate Donald Trump? I mean, they don't say that, but that's what they mean.
Well, yeah, Vic, but historically, 10 years ago, if Republicans were asked about this, even though they were in the right, they would have been asked by the media. So what are your thoughts about this? Well, we have to say that, it's been a really bad time. And then they would say, well, the Republicans are doing it. And they'd say, well, we have to, we're being bad people. I mean, they would not have defended themselves. Now it's a completely different world.
Yeah, you're right.
They're saying how bad it is. The media says how bad this shutdown is. And the Republicans are, and you know who's doing it? It's the Democrats. They fought this and they won.
That's right. And they won big time. And now the other thing, when I that was in my mind when I said how are the left-wing media going to handle this, is that email, right? The Michael Wolff email about Donald Trump at Epstein Island with the name redacted. I wonder if there's anybody we ever heard of's name redacted. Oh, it's Virginia Joffrey.
Right. I can't even imagine, Vic. I cannot believe that the media took that on.
And Susie was right. As soon as the shutdown ended, bang, there it was.
But that media picked it up. I mean, just check for 2 minutes. Because it was on the Today Show and on Good Morning America.
Oh, yeah.
We've got a new email that's out, and it's very, very damning evidence.
So they don't...
no, it's not.
Do they not care?
I don't know.
I mean, when I say do they not care, do they not care about getting things right just for their own credibility and their own survival?
I don't think they care about that.
Because, look at MSNBC. They got dozens of listeners.
Tens, I tell you.
Let's do one more.
All right, Vic.
Okay. The shutdown. Democrats went to the wall and they got nothing. Ken, give me a Miller time.
The Democrats got nothing. They got nothing. Chuck Schumer went to the wall and lost. Hakeem Jeffries went to the wall and lost. Because at the end of the day, they could not convince Americans that we should shut down the government to fund their pet programs, to fund free benefits for illegal aliens, to fund health care for people who shouldn't even be in this country.
I don't know what going to the wall means, but I don't want to if Stephen Miller is against it like that.
Boy, I never want to go up against Stephen Miller about anything. That's all the time we have. Miller time! Miller time. Miller time. Miller time. All right. We had to change things around a little bit, okay? So we could be accommodating for everyone. So we're going to the chat box as soon as we get back. I hope everybody's okay with that.
We're so accommodating.
I'm not going to get any grievances with the chat box union, International Brotherhood of Chat Boxers, Local 1019 and 94.1. Then we'll do the Wheel of Audio clips. And then we're going to get a visit from Brian Bononi and his wife. And his wife, Ken.
Oh, yeah.
She has the Gooey Butter Cake Company.
Yep.
Oh, my God. That's all coming up in the final hour of the week on Ken's birthday. Make sure you stick around. And I hope people are saying happy birthday to you in the chat box.
I'm just glad I'm here. I'm glad to be here. That's all I know.
Well, the reason why I wanted them to say happy birthday to you is when we do the chat box, I'm like, all right, really? More happy birthday, Kens? Who cares? Nobody cares. That's the only reason. No, I'm just kidding.
Friday!
There's the news, and then we're back on News Talk STL. Welcome home.
Whoosh.
News, analysis, opinion.
Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries have given in to the far-left progressive base.
Has Mamdani won the soul of the Democrat Party? 1019 and 94.1 News Talk STL.
Hi, I'm Dr. Alan Link, owner of the Dental Link. You've heard ads about teeth in a day, but did you know that you will be chewing on plastic, acrylic teeth? Here at the Dental Link, we can give you porcelain crown and bridge teeth utilizing mini dental implants that function much more like real teeth at about half the cost. Plus, mini dental implants are less invasive, less painful, and your recovery time is much shorter. Give us a call at 314-794-6464 or simply visit us today at thedentallink.com.
Chris Arps here, and I'm thankful for my relationship with Christ, my wonderful wife, Becky, and the opportunity to speak to the great listeners of News Talk STL.
Hey, it's Tony Colombo, and as we approach another holiday season, I am thankful that my family continues to be happy and healthy. Oh, and I'm also glad I don't work for George Soros.
News Talk STL, celebrating family and friends this season of Thanksgiving. Brought to you by Candici's, Parlor Donuts, and Amis Italian Restaurant and Pizzeria.
Hey, Columbo here for Rockwood Charcoal. Rockwood is made from 100% pure Missouri oak and hickory, so you're cooking with the best and supporting local industry and a local business all at once. There's over 100 area Rockwood retailers. Find yours at rockwoodcharcoal.com.
Hungry for the best steak you'll ever have? Head to the heart of Moscow Mills and discover Harry J's, a local landmark and family-owned steakhouse, serving up excellence since '98. From mouth-watering appetizers to decadent desserts, Harry J's has something for everyone. Enjoy our extensive bar selection while soaking in our friendly family atmosphere. Whether dine-in or carry-out, your meal is prepared to perfection. Make the drive to 300 Main Street and treat yourself to a taste of Moscow Mills' finest. Harry J's, more than a steakhouse. We're a tradition.
KLGY HD3 Clayton, K270BW Bellefonte, KNBS Bowling Green. This is News Talk STL at 1019, 94.1, and always streaming at NewstalkSTL.com.
Breaking news at Town Hall. I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. Russia has launched a major missile and drone attack on Kiev.
Around 430 drones and 18 missiles were used in the attack, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky adds. Local resident Maria Kalshenko tells the AP, I realized that I couldn't see anything. I turned around and saw there was no wall and there was no neighbor's apartment. The neighbor was screaming. There was no door. The Russian attacks come as EU officials warn this week that Ukraine must continue to crack down on corruption following a major graft scandal that's put top nuclear energy officials under scrutiny. I'm Charles de Ledesma.
There's been a small rise in mortgage rates.
Mortgage buyer Freddie Mac says the average rate on a 30-year mortgage rose this week to 6.24%. This is the second weekly increase after 4 straight declines. The average rate remains near its lowest level in more than a year. Mortgage rates have mostly eased since late July, ahead of a Federal Reserve rate cut in September and October. The central bank doesn't set mortgage rates, but its actions are one of the factors that influence their trajectory. I'm Alex Vega.
The fast-moving wildfires damaged at least 15 structures and forced evacuations in a picturesque California county that lies along the Nevada border. Baseball crowns a pair of familiar MVPs. Here's Gethin Coolbaugh.
Two-way star Shohei Ohtani won his 4th MVP award in a unanimous vote for the National League honor, and Aaron Judge earned the American League accolade for the 3rd time. Ohtani was named MVP for the 3rd straight year. It's his 2nd in the NL with the 2-time defending World Series champion Los Angeles Dodgers after winning 2 in the AL with the Angels. All 4 have been unanimous. Judge became the New York Yankees' 4th 3-time winner, edging Seattle's Cal Raleigh with 17 first-place votes to 13 for the switch-hitting catcher. I'm Gethin Coolbaugh.
More of these stories at townhall.com.
You all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-583-0141. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-583-0141. That's 800-583-0141. Tax Relief Advocates, real solutions for real people.
This hour of News Talk STL is brought to you by Stifel, serving investors for over 130 years. Contact your Stifel financial advisor at stifel.com. That's STIFEL.com.
I'm Dr. TJ, owner of the Institute of Natural Health, co-owner of Optimal Nutraceuticals, and the host of Wellness One. Wellness One is designed to cut through the nonsense and provide you common sense science-based information regarding health and wellness. On the show, we discuss topics like thyroid health, gut health, hormone optimization, and many others. Our show airs Saturdays at 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. and Sundays at 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. right here on Newstalk STL. And you can visit us at INHSTL.com. That's INHSTL.com.
Hey, St. Louis golfers, looking for a new golfing experience? Sugar Creek Golf Course was voted the most popular golf course in St. Louis. Book your tee time today at sugarcreekgolfcourse.com and join the fastest growing golf community in town, sugarcreekgolfcourse.com.
Uh-oh, Brad's buzzed. Oh, yeah? Yeah, he's starting with the woots. Good thing is, he knows when he's buzzed.
Know your buzzed warning signs? Call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Streaming TV is where it's at. It's not about cutting the cord anymore. That's old news. It's all about your customized TV options. With the best and cheapest high-speed internet and your own TV subscriptions, we've got your dream TV lineup. Between wired and satellite internet and TV, you now have tons of options. Save money and get more internet speed and better TV today by calling the Whole Home Connect. We scan your location and offer you the best TV and internet options. And we always have specials and promotions. So when you call, ask about that. Take 5 minutes of your time. Make this free call now and learn how to save money and get better internet and TV for your home anywhere in the U.S. Make this simple and free call now.
800-257-1632. 800-257-1632. 800-257-1632. That's 800-257-1632.
This hour, the Vic Porcelli Show, brought to you by the Trolley Stop Bakery, the official bakery of the Vic Porcelli Show. Vic Porcelli.
Come on, you're Italian. You understand.
Every day is a busy day all of a sudden.
You talking to me? You talking to me?
Tough and smart, and I love Italian, so he's definitely Italian.
At least I have this show to come and talk about it and let some stuff up.
What kind of a show are you guys putting on here today?
The Vic Porcelli Show.
All right, final hour. Wait a minute. Is this right?
No, I didn't put the right thing in.
Don't worry about it.
I didn't put the right. I put the wrong thing in.
I don't need a 3-hour
You know
tour.
what?
I'm just fine.
I do.
Who do you want to say hi to?
I want to say hi to Laura at Mosquito Joe. She wished me happy birthday and
Aw.
texted me. That's kind of cool.
That's nice. Thanks, Laura. Thanks
Very
so
nice.
much. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
being a great partner with us here on News Talk STL. Okay, Rumble first today. DLW says, finally, he's first. Finally, he's first.
DLW, go, baby.
And Ed says, well, deuce again.
Did he give the poop emoji?
Yes, of course, he always
Of
does.
course.
Happy birthday, Ken, the GOAT producer.
Oh, thank you.
Happy birthday,
Thank
Ken. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. No fair election.
No peace.
No fair tariffs.
No peace.
President Soros and Hoffman are being investigated. Donald John Grover Cleveland Trump.
They need to be.
Oh, DLW is first, but now he's got to miss the last hour. What the hell is your problem there, Don? I'm kidding. Happy birthday, Ken. Oh, here we go. Everything's going to be happy birthday, Ken, now? God. Have a great, blessed day, my brother. Whoosh, my brothers and sisters.
Whoosh, my brothers and sisters.
That's from Duke.
Thanks, Duke.
Good morning, all you beautiful, mega, MAGA, ultra-patriotic, deplorable, garbage-and degenerate, freedom-fighting, God-fearing, Vic-head weirdos. Oh, whoosh.
Where'd that go?
Whoosh.
I think your mic has a mind of its own.
Go very easy with the mics today. We already had a
I
mic.
know.
Good morning, St. Louis. It's Friday. Good morning, freedom fighters.
It's Friday.
There's the talented, handsome speaker house. Good morning, freedom fighters. Hi, Vic, and happy birthday, Ken. Oh, whatever. Whoosh, whoosh. It's Friday.
Whoosh.
Would it hurt you? Would it kill you to hit the like button? You know, we make a joke out of it. Hi, would it kill you? You help us when you hit the like button.
Well, it's a big question, and I want somebody else to help us ask that question.
Hey, Vic Porcelli Show chatboxers. This is Ed Stoik. Just reminding you to hit the like button. Would it kill you? It is the union rules.
It is the union rules.
Right.
There's your shop stewards, and you got to hit the like button. Good morning, Vic. Happy birthday, Ken. Okay, whatever.
Thank you.
R-E-D Friday. R-E-D Friday. I got a little bit.
You got it red.
A little bit of
Get
red.
a little red in
I'm
there.
the worst patriot ever. Mississippi Nights was a great venue. Really, so great.
Yeah, that was one of our places. We actually played there before it was expanded to double the size. It was when it was in half.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And we won the KSU Battle of the Bands and playing there.
You won?
Yeah, we opened the Admiral when it was floating again for the first time.
We're lucky we have you, Ken. You could have been a rock star.
No,
touring Europe and Japan, Budokan. Kenny live at Budokan.
If we would have written a song to save our lives.
Not only for unions, but it should be illegal to give projects to minority and women-owned contractors with less abilities based on race and sex. Government bids have based on DEI for years and years. They have.
They really have, and I think we need to get with the people who have a great track record instead of the lowest bidder.
DEI used to be called equal opportunity.
Affirmative action.
Affirmative action, right?
Yeah.
Right. You know, that's so it's just the same thing. They just calling something different.
Right.
The Dems don't want the Epstein files released because they won't be able to continue to spread the lies about Trump. Well, tell that to all the stupid ass experts on Facebook who want it released.
But that's a great point. But it doesn't stop them anyway. I mean, we've had lawyers come on and say, no, they've cleared him. They've asked the questions deeply to many witnesses and who've never seen him, but that doesn't seem to stop the left from trying to spread that rumor.
The Democrats have dug their own damn it. My brain is done. What do I always say, Ken, when the most logical Occam's razor?
Yes.
They've drawn their own Occam's razor right now, because Occam's razor would tell you that if they didn't go after Trump for being at Epstein Island while he was running for president the first time,
right,
and again the second time, it clearly didn't happen.
If they truly had this information, imagine this, him going down the golden escalator and them freaking out, okay, saying he's a Republican. That week, they would have had that information out there.
They did not want him in. They would have done everything they could, including saying he was at Epstein Island. So shut up about it now and read about Occam's razor. Once the Epstein files are released, the Dems can't use it anymore. So they're playing a game of tease and release bits at a time.
Yeah.
Ed Stoit says, ready on the right. Lock and load, ready on the right. If there had been anything incriminating Trump in the Epstein files, they would have been released a long time ago. Mine and other friends' businesses have gotten the shaft because we didn't fit their DEI standards. Now have to deal with the illegals and their businesses. I swear to God, Ken, the Democratic Party hates Americans.
They hate America. I mean, it has to be that way because their policies are so anti-American.
They all need to be deported or taken out back and shot.
Well, there's a double-edged sword on that whole affirmative action thing, because you have DEI hires that if you have a person, okay, so you have a black and a white person and they're going for the same job and the black person gets the job. He's probably qualified, more qualified.
Yeah.
Okay. But then he gets automatically looked at as you're a DEI hire.
And that's their own fault.
And that's wrong.
They
that
labeled
shouldn't
it.
be that way. But they did that. The Democrats did this. They created this atmosphere.
There's no doubt about it. And they created it 30 years ago with affirmative action.
I can tell you there was a time where I was trying to scrape money together to go to college. I was on work study and everything else.
Yeah.
And there were people walking in the door, minorities that were getting money handed to them, and they didn't even want to go there. But they said, hey, I've got room and board for 2 years.
Yeah, right.
DLW
is very active today in the chat box. He says Joe Biden was showering with his 9-year-old daughter. That's gross.
Yep. That's disgusting.
And then he says, Uncle Larry. That's Commander Connors. A government job is glorified unemployment. And then he said, no toilet paper, use the curtains. Ken, no toilet paper. That would be it. I would turn around and say, okay, I'll see you guys next week when you get home. I'm going home.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't even, okay.
That's just so gross to me.
It's so gross. And let me tell you.
What do they mean by being primitive using paper? Okay, hey, full disclosure, get this. For my birthday last year, my daughter got me a bidet. And it's pretty cool. They use it. They all use it. It's in my bathroom, but they all use it. And I mean, it's cool, but it's not going to replace paper.
Right. How about when you go camping?
What do you, well, I'll take my portable bidet.
No, that's not what I mean. Pre-bidet.
I know.
What do you, the leaves? A leaf?
Yeah.
And what if that leaf's got poison ivy on it?
Okay.
How do you treat
don't
that?
Be stupid.
Calamine lotion on your booty hole?
Pretty much. Pretty much. Calamine. That's true.
Right.
It worked.
The Middle East.
Been there.
Some Muslim tribes. That's why I don't camp. Okay.
I love camping.
I hate camping.
Yeah. You would like glamping.
What does that mean now?
That's a new thing. It's fairly new. It's a few years old. It's where you go camping, but you go into like an air-conditioned cabin, or you have a air-conditioned vehicle that houses 6 people, you know.
Does the air-conditioned cabin have running water?
Oh, yeah, everything.
Okay.
All the amenities. It's not really camping. It's called glamping.
Okay, Ken, you talked me into it. No, you haven't. Some tribes, I'm not going to read that. That gets worse into what we're talking about here with much more graphic detail that I just don't need right now. I guess they couldn't have the climate summit in a large metropolitan area where the roads already exist and where the bathrooms, I'm sure, have toilet paper.
If you haven't seen the pictures of this situation down there with them creating this road, all the animals that have been destroyed and displaced, you need to check it out. You need to check out the videos. It's disgusting because they'll tell you you can't kill one tree, but they took down 100,000 plus, and there were more than that probably.
So how do we be on the defensive? Be on the offensive on this? We have to start a narrative that Democrats are mean and they're cruel to animals and they're killing the rainforest and they're destroying the earth.
Absolutely. That's what you have to do, Vic. But the global climate crisis people, just ignore them. Tell them, no, we're not participating anymore. President Trump's already done it. He's already saying, no, we're not.
That's not quite being on the offensive.
You don't think?
Yeah. It doesn't go enough.
Okay.
We need to say it before they say anything about us. That's the thing.
I got you. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
So right now, while this Cop 30 thing is still going on, Democrats killed animals because they're cruel to animals. They ruin the rainforest, which is going to kill the earth, and they don't have toilet paper, for God's sake.
How can they come back and say to us, you're killing trees? Well, guess what? You killed over 100,000 in one of the most vital rainforests on Earth.
And this show has always said, plant more trees, don't kill more trees.
Right.
Because the trees take in the CO2.
Which we love.
And they let out the oxygen.
Right. And that's why we love it.
Yeah. We love trees. We're tree huggers.
We're tree huggers. You're going to climb that tree with me and sleep in it? Remember when they did that?
What?
The women that went up in those trees up in Washington State back in the tree hugging days, they stayed up because they were going to cut down these trees, and these women said, no, you're not. And they went up in the trees, and they lived in there for like 2 or 3 weeks.
What, a tree house or just on the branches?
On the branches, I think.
How did they go to the bathroom?
They may have made rudimentary floors or something. But
we had a great tree house growing up. Me and the kid next door and a bunch of friends, we built this tree house because he lived right next to a big old park, Brookdale Park. And we made the floor, we made everything. We made a pole to slide down.
Nice.
So we can look cool.
That was cool.
It's now been proven that business owners are the best public servants when they get in office. Heck, libturd politicians are horrible. You know what, Ken? That's true. If you had a guess, if somebody's a hard worker and has owned a business for a long time, now he's running for office, I'll bet he's a Republican.
Most likely.
If you got somebody who's never had a job in their life and lived off the government,
Barack Obama.
But they're a Democrat.
Yeah.
Yep. Show me where the Dem turds have lifted people out of poverty. They haven't. You can't.
No.
Well, I'll be.
They only hold them down. Control. With these new election results, I believe we can safely say that the Democrat Party is now officially a Jew-hating socialist party.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yep.
Really, NYC people, the best you had to offer was those 3 millions of residents and no better candidates, and hardly anyone voted. That's kind of a good point.
That's a really good point.
So many millions of people.
Yeah.
This was it. This was the 3. Who messed with the Wayback Time Machine? Screwed up space-time continuum? Me? Did I screw up the space-time continuum?
When did you do that? Did you do that when I wasn't in here?
No. I don't know what you're talking about, Ed. You have to understand Mondami's long-term plan. New York citizens are going to get pushed out, and eventually Muslims will take their place. Not right away, but over the next decade. That's the plan.
That's the plan. That's why it's a strategy. It's not a religion.
Virginia did not commit suicide. I didn't say that she did. Bill, ready for this? Bill is not Chelsea's dad.
I would say, wow. Oh, wow.
Huh? I wonder if it's
She
been
looks a
supposed
lot.
to.
She looks too much like him and her together. She's really a cross of Bill and Hillary. If you look at her, she has Hillary's eyes for sure. I don't know. Maybe there's a possibility that she looks more like Hillary. I don't know.
Happy birthday!
Unfortunately, I keep my feathers numbered for just such an emergency.
Exactly right. PMS 3105. Is that somebody new?
Well, I would say maybe.
Hey, how you doing?
Happy birthday, Kenny, says PMS 301.
Well, thank you.
Agreed. They probably intend NYC to be a new Gaza. Yeah, that's true.
It's the strategy. When you had the governor, the mayor of London, congratulating him and saying, "No, we're in pretty similar situations." Well, you look at London and what they're going through right now. That's what you're going to see in New York.
When do you think they're going to have call to prayer in New York City?
They have it now.
No, they don't, Ken. Shut up.
You haven't seen the videos? They have it
Shut
on
your face.
They had called a prayer in Times Square. They had called a prayer. It wasn't in the whole section. It wasn't the whole thing, but they're trying. They have little sections where they do that.
It's gross. Just look at Dearborn, Michigan, and Minneapolis. These are on a smaller scale, but they met their objectives, and now they're moving on to bigger cities.
Precisely.
And they're doing it while everyone is distracted right under everyone's nose. Vic didn't see the original Running Man. This infection is spreading faster than I ever thought it would. Richard Dawson should have won an Oscar for the role. Okay, I got to go back and watch the old Running Man.
Yeah, he was good. He was.
Stacy Keach was great on 2.5 Men. Stacy Keach is great at anything he does.
Yeah.
And I said Stacy Keach, and I looked at Ken, and he knew exactly what I was thinking, that he was Sergeant Stadenko
Oh, yeah.
in Up in Smoke with Cheech and Chong.
Harry, that's all I know. Harry, I'm stoned. I'm stoned. Give me that pizza.
Mr. Robinson's Neighborhood. Yep. Eddie's James Brown Hot Tub was a classic. Miller Max Headroom Time. Friday, Miller Time. Management didn't consult with the union manager about this chat box change. See, what did I tell you? What did I tell you?
You're mocking me, aren't you?
Now we got a grievance to deal with. Happy birthday.
Shut your face.
Happy birthday, Ken. All right, I'm sick of the happy birthday, Kens. Cut it out. The weather.
He's keeping up, you guys. He's sick of it.
The weather.
Shut up.
Oh, no. Allison, Vic, and Ken come out to Washington Guard tomorrow. Tomorrow's the muster day with the guns.
Oh, that would be so awesome.
Saw a stat yesterday. The conservatives are having more children than libturds. Thank goodness for that.
Yeah, really.
And that banana needs a hammock. Hey.
This is taking forever.
What do I do, Ken? I got 30 seconds, right?
Yeah.
On duty today, says Scotty. Just want to wish Ken a happy birthday. Whatever. Have a wonderful weekend, Vic Heads.
Hey, thanks, Chief.
Good morning, Fam Bam. Happy birthday, Ken. I'm here too, everybody.
Thank you, Navy Chief.
Thanks, Chief. Really appreciate it. Thanks, Kathleen. Good morning, Freedom Fighters. Happy birthday, Ken. Happy is the Happy Friday morning, ladies and gentle cats. Hope you all had a great weekend. And Ken, I hope you have a wonderful birthday.
And I want to say thanks to everybody, seriously, sincerely.
There's
thank
more.
You.
There's more.
Thank you. That's all
Janice,
right. We're out of time.
Diane, Dave. Get me out of here. Dave says, happy birthday, Ken. Oh, hi, Vic. That's what I am now, an afterthought.
Thanks, Dave. That's funny.
Joe Adams says, happy birthday, Ken. You got a happy birthday,
you, Colonel.
From Colonel Joe Adams. Are you kidding me?
I appreciate it, Colonel.
Oh. And Kathy Bononi says, happy birthday, Ken, from Brian's mom.
Oh, hey, Kathy.
How about that?
Hey, how you doing?
Wheel of Audio Clips is next on 101.9 and 94.1 News Talk STL, #1 for live and local birthdays. Happy birthday, Ken.
Thanks, Vic.
The Sweeney's doing 90 because they've got nowhere to go. They get a gang of villains in a shed up at Heathrow.
Watch us on our live stream using Rumble, Facebook, and Twitter.
In and out at once with the numbers on their names.
The Vic Porcelli Show.
We're not going to Disney World or any other world.
Who swear like as your father, and they're very cool for cats. They're cool for cats. To change the mood a little.
All right, Chris Cooper. He's really becoming a favorite around here. You know that?
Oh, yeah.
He's filling in. Next thing you know, he's going to be your new 9 to noon guy.
Doubt that, but he's really good, though.
Well, thanks, Ken. I appreciate that. He does have a radio show every Sunday morning at 9 o'clock. And this week, he'll be talking to Kathy KAISER Or what are you watching, friend?
So he's going to feature Fun with Finance with Kathy KAISER.
Yeah.
A lot of alliteration there.
Fun with movie finance. Just didn't work, Chris. I'm sorry.
Film finance?
I'm
Fun
working.
with film
finance.
There you go.
Perfect. That's at 9:00 right here on News Talk STL. Now, Chris, he's been doing this such a long time. He could do it with his eyes closed, but he doesn't. He opens his eyes when you go in there and talk to him and meet him and find out what a cool, down-to-earth guy he is, so you can talk about your money and not feel weird about talking about your money. What is your smirk on your face for?
No. I'm just...
Because it's your birthday?
Wow.
You're smirking at me.
I was looking it up there.
I don't care. I looked at you. You looked at me with the smirk. I'm going to call it out.
That's so funny.
And, of course, the show, Serenity Wealth Now. A lot of fun with film finance coming up this weekend with Kathy KAISER. His book, The New Holistic Retirement, available for free at SerenityNowTax.com. That's SerenityNowTax.com. Serenity Now! It's Chris Cooper.
Investment advice offered through Fortis Capital Advisors.
Serenity Now!
Hey, thank you very much for taking my call.
News, analysis, opinion.
Yes, I just want you to know what a breath of fresh air you people are.
101.9 and 94.1 News Talk STL.
Dr. Draghi and his team at Esquire Sports Medicine get pros back on the field, so they can certainly help you. You need an MRI, X-ray, CAT scan, pre- or post-surgery treatment, rehab. The chiropractic physicians at Esquire can help you or connect you to experts you need. And I know you're hurting right now. You don't want to wait. Esquire sees new patients often within 24 hours. EsquireSportsMedicine.com.
Hey, Columbo here for Intervine, a great local company that has customers all across the country due to the quality of their products. Intervine has the best flashlights, lanterns, headlamps, and even batteries, including the new Monster 2000 Lumen waterproof lantern and the Sentinel 2000 self-defense flashlight. Our home and vehicles are full of great Intervine products, and right now you can shop their website and get 25% off your entire purchase just by using my name, Tony, as your promo code. That's promo code Tony at Intervine.com.
Hi, Sean Long from STL Fenceworks, and I've got some great news for families thinking about adding a fence or deck. While other companies are struggling with delays and rising costs, our commitment to American-made materials is saving our customers money. Picture your kids playing safely in your perfectly fenced backyard or hosting friends on your beautiful new deck, all while knowing you got the best value for true American quality. Whether you're dreaming of a classic ornamental fence or low-maintenance vinyl, or maybe that custom deck that you've been considering, our American-made materials and expert craftsmanship deliver superior results at prices other companies simply cannot match. This really is the golden time for your backyard project, and we have flexible financing options to make it even easier. Your satisfaction is our passion, and that's a promise. Visit STLFenceworks.com and let's lock in your savings and satisfaction today.
Now, the Free Market Minute, brought to you by the Hammond Institute for Free Enterprise at Lindenwood University.
Hey, it's Mike Ferguson from The Morning Show. I am here with Dr. Grant Black. And Grant, entrepreneurship, it's one of those buzzwords we hear a lot about, but is entrepreneurship really important to the economy?
It definitely is. Entrepreneurship is a consistent contributor to economic growth. It creates new products and services that people value. It creates the new businesses that provide them. It fosters innovation that improves productivity, and it increases beneficial competition. It generates jobs, income, wealth mobility, and even tax revenues that all support and enhance communities. Entrepreneurship matters, so we need to help it thrive in all our communities.
The John W. Hammond Institute for Free Enterprise at Lindenwood University fosters and examines market-oriented approaches to economic and social issues. To learn more, visit hammondinstitute.org.
Free speech is alive and well in America.
Thanks for taking my call.
Right here.
You know what's going on?
Have a great awakening.
You see through the smoke screen.
It's cool to be woke.
News Talk STL.
Until it's not.
News, analysis, opinion. Talk lines are open now at 314-912-1019.
Hi, this is Yakov Smirnov, and you're listening to Vic and Ken on Vic Porcelli Show on the Newstalk STL.
Thank you, Yakov. This is cool, right? Roll with me.
Oh yeah.
Roll with it.
Roll with it.
I might be wrong, and my record today is not very good, but I think Junior Walker plays saxophone on this song.
Nice.
I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Remember Junior Walker in the All-Star?
Yeah.
What can I do to win my... Okay. Are you ready for the Wheel of Audio Clips?
I think we are.
Okay. That's going to be our warm-up act for the Freddies Market. Brian Bononi and Mrs. Bononi.
Right.
Coming in.
Wheel of Audio Clips!
Brought to you by Johnson Heating and Cooling, making homes comfortable all year round. 636-332-4141. It's America's favorite game show, the Wheel of Audio Clips. Here's the host of Wheel of Audio Clips, Vic Porcelli.
Thank you, Jim Osborne. Hello, studio audience. Look, all the happy birthday Ken signs they have. Enough with the signs. Enough with the birthday. Sit down, everybody. All right, it's the Wheel of Audio Clips, where we have all the clips that we played all week, put on the big wheel, we spin the wheel wherever it lands. That's what we listen to. Kenny, let's do it. So we have lots of time for the Bononi Familia. Okay?
Let's go.
All right, spin the wheel. It's been a wacky week for clips, audio clips. I'll tell you. A lot of weirdo Democrat stuff, a lot of fun stuff from our side. We were just talking about
weirdos.
Weirdos and destroying the rainforest.
Right.
Gavin Newsom jetting off to COP30.
In my state, which is one of the most blessed and cursed states as it relates to climate, we're on the tip of the spear of climate change, simultaneous droughts and simultaneous floods. The hots are getting a lot hotter, the dries drier. You saw one of the most devastating wildfires in American history in the middle of winter in Los Angeles in January. 100-mile-an-hour winds attached to fire.
He's trying to write that fire off as something natural, and it was started by a lunatic.
Arsonist.
Yeah.
So he said something there, Ken, I want to bring up. I brought this up with Emily because we played it the day that you were out. In that he says, it's just the tip of the spear. I hate that. It's on my list.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, it's on my list.
Along with full stop.
Yeah.
And circling back.
End of the day.
End of the day.
Billion with a B.
Tip of the spear.
So listen, isn't the tip of the iceberg better? Because when you see an iceberg in the water, that's just the tip of the iceberg. Underneath, that's bigger and colder and all that.
Yeah, that's the analogy.
There's no difference between the tip of the spear and the rest of the spear is all the same temperature, all the same circumference and everything.
You're right. No, he said it wrong.
He did say it wrong.
He's wrong.
He's always wrong.
And he said there's a lot of good and a lot of bad in California. Well, the bad is him.
Exactly. And the good's the weather. That's about it.
Right.
All right, spin the wheel. There we go. Tip of the spear, end of the day. Full stop. God.
Stop.
Hate it.
I want to circle back to that later.
Billion with a B. Say it right so we understand you, so you don't have to say with a B. Because if you just say billion, we know how to spell.
We got it.
And billion starts with a B.
Yeah.
So shut the hell up.
And millions an M.
That's right.
And million with an M.
Nobody says that.
No.
All right.
Trillion with a T.
Sorry, I forgot. So it landed on Governor J.B. Pritzker with a little bit of a potty mouth, huh?
Republicans want to take billions away
with a B
from public schools
with a B
and pump it into private institutions. They want to punish teachers for telling the truth. They want to criminalize educators for supporting LGBTQ students. They want to turn classrooms into cultural war battlegrounds. And I'm sorry to be vulgar, but Donald Trump and his cronies can all the way off.
You know, doing Trump does not work for him.
You know what? This is the new Democrat part of the strategy is to use curse words. I don't know if you noticed.
That's bold.
A lot of them are using curse words. So teachers that tell the truth, and then the next thing he says is LGBTQ rights.
Yeah, right.
You know? I mean, what's the truth? That I don't know. It's just history books are going to look really weird in 50 years, kind of different than they looked when we were kids.
There was this time where they were actually trying to chop off body parts of kids. That's going to be the history books for the left.
Unbelievable. All right, spin the wheel. Getting sick of this thing already today. It better get better. It better get somebody that we like and not somebody that we hate, like somebody from Somalia or something like that. I can't. And it lands on the Somalian lady. Ilhan Omar. She's not worrying about being deported.
I mean, I have no worry.
No
I don't
worry.
know how they take away my citizenship and like deport me, but I don't even know like why that's such a scary threat. Like I'm not the 8-year-old who escaped war anymore. I'm grown. My kids are grown. Like I can go live wherever I want.
What a strange accent she has, Ken.
It's a walk-in accent.
Wow, it's a walk-in accent.
It's a walk-in.
I had no idea that there even was a walk-in accent. But Ken, all right, so she was talking about something one day. I don't remember what. And Ken and I are listening to it, and she said, so now, I was like, wait a minute. Is she doing Christopher Walken? Why does she talk so weird? Do all Somalians talk weird like that?
I wish I had that.
But now I'm not 8 years old anymore.
Anymore.
All right, spin the wheel. It's good stuff.
She does that thing.
Good stuff.
She does it. We're not exaggerating.
No. Besides, now I see how flamboyant you are. Oh, all right. One of the good guys. Thank God. VP Vance at the Marine Corps Ball.
We've got all this incredible technology. And of course, the United States is the most significant leader of technology in the world. But I happen to believe that the most important warfighting technology is not a new airplane. The most important warfighting technology is not artificial intelligence or anything on a computer. The most important warfighting technology is a well-trained and well-armed United States Marine, and we won't forget it.
Hoorah, Marines.
Yep.
Hey, Ken, did I happen to see, I'm sorry, we'll get to this again in a second. Did I happen to see that the lieutenant colonel that we had on earlier in the week is going to be with us next week again?
Yes.
Tony? No.
Or Tom Caldwell.
Yeah, it's Tom Caldwell.
Yeah.
He was so much fun.
Yeah.
And so good. And Emily was here, and there's nothing against Emily. Emily's great. But I didn't feel like having her try to look for Hooah Navy with Melania.
Oh, yeah.
So let's bring him in with that. I think that'll be fun.
That'd be fun.
We should probably talk about this at the
later.
meeting. After the show.
Let me spin the wheel.
Spin the wheel. Let's do one more.
All right.
And then we'll eat with the Bononi family. Okay. All right.
Oh,
it's crazy.
yeah.
It's such a crazy coincidence that the last one we do every week is always President Trump. It's
crazy.
Unbelievable.
Uncanny.
President Trump with the NFL on Fox team.
You go way back with the sport of football. You played at New York Military Academy. How old were you when you started playing football, and what were some of the life lessons you took out of it?
Well, I did. I played tight end, but I mean, it was not quite football like this. It was a little bit easier. It wasn't so tough, but we had a good time, and I loved it. I actually love playing football. We had a good time with it.
So we were trying to look up your stats, and we wanted to know how many touchdowns did you have back then?
Oh,
6,
is that right?
7?
I'm not sure I had any. It's a long time ago, but
there you are.
Pretty humble for a great big jerk, right?
You got that right,
I don't
man.
think I had any.
Mr. Humble.
I had one in high school. One. That was it. All right. That's all the time we have for the Wheel of Audio Clips. This is Vic Porcelli saying, help control the liberal population. Have your liberal spayed or neutered. Goodbye, everybody. All right, Brian Bononi and his wife, who's the Gooey Butter Cake Queen. She's next with Brian on 1019 from Freddies Markets. I should have said that. I'm sorry. On 1019 and 94.1 News Talk STL. Welcome home and just roll with it, baby.
Stream the Vic Porcelli Show at News Talk STL. The Vic Porcelli Show.
Be cool, honey bunny. Be cool.
Made in St. Louis for St. Louis. It's News Talk STL.
On the next
Larry Connors USA.
Today's story behind the story, the 65-mile-long nighttime tornado.
Larry Connor's USA.
Now, weeknights 6 until 8
on NewstalkSTL. Concerned about the condition of your windows driving up your energy bills? I was too. It's only called STL Windows and Doors. Their Provia windows combine old world craftsmanship the professional way, the Provia way, with over 65 years of combined experience, locally owned, offering competitive pricing and personalized service that the big box companies can't match. Call today for your free in-home estimate and start saving tomorrow. 314-277-5952 or stlwindowsanddoors.com.
When you're approaching retirement, there are a lot of questions to answer. Do you have enough money to fund your income for life? How should you claim Social Security? And what's your plan for health care and long-term care? Hi, I'm Eric Robert, Director of Investments with the ClearPath Wealth Management Group at Stifel and host of On the Money Saturday mornings at 9 on News Talk STL 1019. Don't leave your retirement to chance. It's crucial to understand and address relevant risks before you retire. Our team can help you get organized, guide you through critical retirement decisions, and create an investment portfolio designed around your needs. To schedule your free retirement plan consultation, go to clearpathinvesting.com. That's clearpathinvesting.com or call us at 636-695-2650. That's clearpathinvesting.com or 636-695-2650. Stifel Nicholas and Company Incorporated, member SIPC and NYSE.
Hello, Kirk Hilsinger, Chairman of the Republican Party for the City of St. Louis. We complain about dark, out-of-state money being used to influence Missouri politics, and we actively have that going on right now. Out-of-state interests from as far as Ohio and Michigan are collecting signatures to bypass what your state legislators have done this summer. We request you decline to sign these petitions. For more information, see us at stl-gop.com.
Paid for by St. Louis City Republican PAC, Curtis Farber, Treasurer.
This could take all night. Think I need a devil to help me get things right.
Talk lines are open now at 314-912-1019. The Vic Porcelli Show.
Over here, dear.
On News Talk STL.
Who's this? Foo Fighters?
Oh, yeah.
You put this in?
Love this
You
song.
put this in?
Yeah.
You put it in?
I did.
I do like it. I like this one. All right. Our guests coming back. I guess they had a good time last time.
We were hoping.
Brian's face is on right now. Not the chat box thing covering him up. Brian, Bononi, his wife, Dawn. Welcome back. Welcome.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming in. Tell us again where Freddies Market is.
Freddies Market, Webster Groves, Missouri. Right there at the corner of Rock Hill and Big Bend.
Rock Hill and Big Bend. That's pretty centrally located, so everybody could have
Oh, yeah.
15-minute drive there or less, right?
Yes. Yes. Everyone can stop by for a pastrami sandwich.
Did you bring us pastrami sandwich?
No, he ate the whole thing last time.
He did?
I did, yeah. The whole thing. They
What
don't
the
have
hell?
anymore.
So out
It
of
was so good.
86, the pastrami?
No, I decided to bring you our Tampa Cubano.
I love this.
We smoked the pork ourselves. It's got tavern ham, honey mustard sauce.
Oh, my God.
And if you
Look
need,
at this.
If you need more sauce, I got some over here.
What kind of sauce is that?
It's a Blues Hog honey mustard out of Washington, Missouri.
I'm sorry, a little slower. Blues
Hog out of Washington, Missouri.
Oh, the home of the Washington Guard.
It's a delicious honey mustard sauce.
Have you ever brought any of that to Colonel Joe Adams?
Actually, Stell gave me some of that, brought it up from Washington.
We sell it, so you don't have to go that far.
Oh, okay, good.
Centrally located.
So I can just go to Webster instead of going down to Washington for
Correct.
that. Okay.
Okay, I'm going to say it again. Let me say what I'm going to say.
Oh, okay.
And listen this time.
All right.
Colonel Joe Adams of the Washington Guard. Has he ever had your delicious sauces?
No.
Since they've gone there? Okay. He's a good guy to have on your side.
Yeah.
Something goes sideways, it's where I'm going. All right, Dawn. Let's talk to you. How you doing?
Good.
Thanks for coming in.
Yeah,
Do
thanks
you want
for
a chair?
having me.
I am so sorry. Would you like to
I'm
sit down?
fine. I'm good.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's all right.
So you handle the gooey butter cake end of the business,
I do. Yes.
and you brought individual gooey butter cakes.
I
love it.
did. I brought the guiltless serving size, so it's an individual, and you feel guiltless eating the whole thing. So.
I feel
Mhm.
guiltless no matter what I'm eating because I don't care. Can you tell us some of the flavors or the different flavors?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I have brought pumpkin. I brought a classic, and I have bourbon. I just rolled out red velvet for the Christmas season.
Is there really
So
bourbon in the bourbon?
It is bourbon flavored, yes.
Does that mean there's bourbon in it, or just bourbon flavored?
Bourbon flavored.
Good enough.
Yes.
And what else? I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
Red velvet in the German chocolate I brought back.
So you guys have been in business how long together?
So I started baking this year.
And how long have you been doing this, Brian?
Groceries and food.
Yeah,
my whole life.
Ah, see?
Yeah.
So where did that start?
I mean, growing up in the store, come visiting mom and dad.
This store?
Freddies Market, yeah.
Wow.
So Freddie was my grandpa.
Freddie was the grandpa.
Yeah.
And then who was after Freddie?
My dad, Larry.
Larry. And now Brian.
And then Molly. Yeah.
You know how much I love that? This is the kind of stuff you don't see in America much anymore.
I'm actually the fourth generation because my great grandfather had the first store over in Illinois with his brother.
What was his name?
Alfred.
Oh.
Also, but they call that like Bononi Brothers Grocery.
I love it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
This is like in Godfather 2, right? The Abundando markets. It's kind of like that, right?
Yeah.
So,
well, Don, I wanted to ask about the baking end of it because you guys are actually moving into that right now, right? Or you've been there for a while, or how did this evolve? Because you've been together, but then it's a year old.
Yes. So actually, my daughter was going to take on making the classic 8x8 tray of gooey butter. And so she started that last year. And as she was developing that and creating it, I was thinking it would be great to have different varieties, but I didn't know if making a different flavor gooey butter cake in an 8x8 tray was kind of a big commitment to ask people to try things. So I started looking at smaller samples and trying to figure out how to be creative with it.
Such a great idea to make it in that size because people can grab those and go.
Yes, yes. And that's exactly why they're in this size, so that they can be easy to sell to. Like ideally it'd be, I would love to sell these to a food truck or cafes or coffee shops or other small business stores so that they can just set them up on their shelves, or just kind of an impulse buy.
Yeah.
That it's just ready to go. They can just set them up.
And people love
They
gooey butter
do.
in St. Louis.
That's right. Yep.
Yeah.
where do you make these?
I
At the
make
house,
them,
at the
I
store?
do. I make them at home, and I also have the store available. Mhm.
Cool. Now, in this climate that we're in right now, just getting out of the Biden climate and into the second Trump climate, do you see a difference? Do you feel a difference now than during the last 4 years?
Our store is continually growing in sales. I think a lot of that is because we're focusing on quality products and freshness.
And I think people like mom and pop. There's nothing derogatory about that term, right?
No, absolutely not. No, we
people
embrace
like
it.
a mom and pop shop.
Yeah, we embrace it. We talk at the store. We got employees or customers walking in, and it's like, they're surprised this still exists. It's like a Hollywood thing, right? They see it in Hallmark, these small little markets, and they're like, you walk in, and this really does happen. We talk to the owners, we talk to the employees. Everyone's like in a good mood and getting along, and then they try the food, and they're like, "There's something different. This is such a strong quality because we're focusing on freshness and good ingredients and not breaking the bank with it."
Yeah, no, that's great. I mean, chain stores, there's no way that stuff can be as fresh as this stuff. I mean, this stuff was in your house, Dawn, before it made it to the market,
Yeah,
right?
It's small batch.
Yeah.
And that makes a huge difference.
What does that mean, small batch?
We make them in small batches.
Uh-huh.
So we might run out.
Oh.
And then you're going to have to wait till we get more made.
Mm.
It's not warehouses full of boxes.
So there's lots of FOMO going on, right?
Mhm.
Fear of missing out of what's next on the shelves.
Like I baked the red velvet yesterday.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
That's pretty fresh.
Yeah, that's very fresh.
That's pretty
Yep.
fresh.
And the cherry chocolate cake is my birthday cake every year. So it's in one of these guiltless
here?
serving
Yeah.
sizes. Yep. Uh-huh.
It's Ken's birthday today.
Oh, happy birthday.
Well, thank
You
you.
should enjoy that.
I'm going to keep that one. I wanted to show everybody, but that's kind of why I grabbed that one. It looks amazing.
Yeah.
Well, it's his birthday. We'll let it. But it wasn't his birthday.
No, I wouldn't get it.
All right. So tell it, because you brought this Cuban sandwich. Is it okay to call it a Cuban sandwich?
Tampa Cubano.
Tampa Cubano. So that clearly says, Vic, don't call it a Cuban sandwich. Call it a Tampa Cubano.
Cubano.
So I appreciate that. I've already had some. It's great. Can you explain this crazy hot dog hamburger thing you got going on in one thing?
Right. So I also we make our own hot dogs now because we wanted to see if we could.
Wait a minute. You even make your own hot dogs?
Yes, we process, like we grind it, pipe it, smoke it, finish it.
Wow.
Yeah. So just because we wanted to see if we could, I can't. He's already claimed it. Ethan's claimed it.
You
Sorry.
believe that?
Yeah.
You believe that?
No, that's fine.
But
no, you're good.
But when we got done making it, we didn't pipe all of it, and we're like, what if we patty it up and just make a pattied hot dog?
No, wait a minute. How do you just patty it up? How does that work?
Kind of, putting your hand like making a burger patty, and then we.
But
smoke
doesn't
them
it
like
come
that.
out looking like a hot dog? Out of the machine or whatever you
No,
have?
because we grind it, and so we didn't grind all of it. We didn't put it all through the piping. And we just take it, make patties, smoke them up, and then we cook, warm them up. So that's what you're gonna try after this.
Okay, you got it.
It is a mind trip because you look like you're eating a burger, but your mind tells you you're eating a hot dog.
That's crazy.
So we always ask people, how do you garnish it? Because I garnish hot dogs different than burgers.
Oh, mustard, right?
Dealer's choice, whatever you want to do.
You put ketchup on.
Oh, I do.
I put a lettuce and tomato, Thousand Island, and mayo and ketchup on one of my hot dog burgers. I would never put that on a hot dog,
right?
But I put it on this because I'm used to eating it, and it's really good.
Oh, you know what might be good on that is like the sauerkraut.
Yes, it is good on that.
It is. I've tried it.
You've tried it.
I love hot dogs.
I do too.
I love mustard on hot dogs. Sometimes I'll do that. Like, do you ever eat the hot dogs at Quick Trip? And they got you can make all the make a Chicago dog almost.
But that's what Quick Trip's been my inspiration, though.
Oh,
I'm like, if a gas station can make decent food,
right.
Well, come to my grocery store where it's fresher,
and it'll be much better and fresher. Right, absolutely
so
right.
People love to put this honey mustard actually on the hot dog burgers. Just so you know, that like elevates that to a whole nother level.
Do people put anything on the Tampa Cubano?
That's on there also. Okay. Sometimes I'll open that up and I'll throw banana peppers on it.
Oh,
nice! I love
banana.
You know what?
Yeah.
I got some of those in the fridge at home.
There you go.
So I'm gonna wrap this.
So do you, Vic? Do you shame people for putting ketchup on hot dogs?
Did I say I did?
You looked at me like it.
Did I say anything?
No, you didn't say.
Yes,
It's
I
not
do.
What you say.
I do.
Okay.
I ketchup shame
well,
people
you know
when
what?
it
I
comes
don't
to hot
care.
dogs.
I don't. I like my ketchup on my hot dog.
Now, my father, may he rest in peace, he used to put, he'd have a hamburger and he would always put mustard on his hamburger, not ketchup, which I thought was really weird, but he loved it. Did you ever do that?
I mean,
no, you could just say no. Your father was
I'm
crazy.
I'm mayo, ketchup, and Thousand Island.
Oh, you're
Mayo.
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Mayo, ketchup on a burger.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey, I don't shame people for condiments. He does. I don't. We're good.
I'm a condiment shamer. I'm a condiment shamer, Jeremy.
You are.
All right. Well, so the crazy hot dog burger. Is that what you call it?
Yeah.
The hot dog burger. Regular hot dogs. What else? What other hot stuff do you have?
So on the sandwich, I'd say you had the pastrami last time,
Which was great.
Mm.
Ken
Yeah.
told me it was great.
You heard it was great.
It was really good.
I'll fix that next time.
Hearsay.
We make an Albuquerque turkey.
What does that mean?
One, it's fun to say.
Absolutely.
And so
I'll have you one more Albuquerque turkey. Let's go.
And so that's our we put our Freddies turkey breast on that we do our own turkey oven roasted turkey breast, and then we put a garlic barbecue sauce on it along with pepper jack cheese. Then we have the meatball sub.
Oh,
and
there you go.
Well, hold on, I have questions.
Yeah.
So how do you make turkey breast? Turkey, like slices of turkey to put on a sandwich.
So like it comes on a raw turkey breast, boneless. We oven cook it, and then
Slice it all yourself.
Yeah.
I love this homemade stuff. I'm telling you right now, I'm going crazy. So I'm sorry I interrupted you.
Because you had the brisket last time I was here, right? Did you try some of that?
I did.
Yeah, that was like a 24-hour smoke on that brisket.
Wow. Yeah. And it was good.
Yeah.
So I stopped you at meatball sandwich.
All right,
How
meatball sub.
stupid of me.
Yeah, it's all right. Meatball sub, it's real simple. That's just marinara meatballs and Provel cheese.
Yeah.
You don't need to do anything. Oh, we do garlic butter the bread. Because why not?
Why not?
Yeah.
Italian combo is got like your tavern ham, your salamis, your roast beefs, and then the Goodfellow, which I brought last time also. That's one's got our new cotta salami. That's a softer salami. That's got the garlic butter bread with the Provel cheese on it too.
You have
So
any gabagool?
flavorful, yeah.
Any gabagool?
No gabagool.
No gabagool. It's okay.
Brian, what's the website?
FreddiesMarket.com.
And is there a different website, Dawn, for the bakery goods?
Yes, more time together. Time is spelled THYME.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Moretimetogether.com?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad you're part of this now because now there's not just treats, but sweets.
That's right.
Yeah. And
Everybody loves sweets.
at the market, it's just a market, right? You don't sit and eat, right? You just buy your food and you go home.
We got some tables out front.
You do. So can people buy these single gooey butter cakes?
Yes.
A lot of people buy them at
Yeah.
lunchtime. We have them right by the register because they grab the hot dog burger and the gooey butter of their favorite and sit outside and eat
It's
it.
so smart, right? Because you're checking it. Well, what's this? Well, single.
I do want one of those.
Well, yeah, I mean, what's
It's easy
smart
to
about it
grab.
also is that you have utensils attached right to it.
The
That's
spork-
right.
the
Yeah.
spork-
Can I
It's
see one of those?
attached.
Let me see that.
Yes, yeah.
Utensil. I'll be damned. You guys thought of everything.
Making
when
it
they
easy for
run
you,
it-
Vic.
There you go.
More time together. Get it?
I got
More
it.
time.
Mhm.
THYME together. Gooey butter.
.com.
Pumpkin. Fantastic. So the corner of Rock Hill and Big Bend, fourth generation of Freddies Market. I think it's just a great place. And I think the food is fantastic. And I love that you're also thinking out of the box and making your own stuff. Like who says, hey, let's make a burger out of these hot dogs?
Yeah.
Who says that? Nobody says that. You say that.
Brian does.
I walk around all the time thinking, like, what's just crazy enough that we should try?
I love that. Why not give it a shot?
Right.
What does it cost you? One batch, right? And if the batch doesn't work, you bring it home, you eat it.
We
That-
all-
well, let me ask you that question though. Okay, you came up with an idea, and everybody goes, not so much.
it depends on what level, not so much.
Oh, okay.
Like, we go for consensus. Ask all the employees. We all sample it. Like, we do a lot of sampling on Saturday mornings between the employees. If it'll be like, we all take a bite, and we'll all kind of go like, and we have to like walk through what's missing.
Okay.
Sometimes it's changing a barbecue
Nice.
sauce. Oh, put a different cheese on there.
Mm.
Layer it differently. Oh, need a bit thicker, more meat on there. Like, and then we make it again because you have to,
Right.
and lock it in. And that's how they make it to the case. They've gone through like internal test studies, and then occasionally when we're doing, if a customer walks up, we'll slide it across to them also and say, "What do you think of this?"
Okay. That's
And-
cool.
And depending on their response, we might know we're finished. We've had some pretty bold, you'd have to bleep it out explanations
Okay.
of when someone tried it and they were like, wow,
This is great.
and that's when we're like, done.
Good. Good.
That's the response we're looking for every time.
Mhm.
So things like more like that, the hot dog burger. Can you get it just plain and then put your own?
Yeah, so we have cheese, we have a plain hamburger, cheeseburger, bacon burger, jalapeno burger, onion burger, hot dog burger, chicken sandwich, brats, hot dogs, Nathan's hot dogs, available hot every day. When you buy it off the hot case, you can turn it on the meat counter. We give you free condiments and toppings if you want them. We'll get lettuce, tomato, pickles, onions. We'll give it all that. We got the packets for the other stuff too. But
So is it wrapped like this? Then you unwrap
Just-
it and put
just
the
like
stuff
this,
up and
yeah.
wrap it back up again?
yep, just foil.
Because I think I would like that. No offense, just with mustard.
Yeah. well,
There you go. He just
All ready to go.
He put
There
a
you
packet of
go.
mustard on top and handed it to him. That's so funny.
Perfect. Absolutely love
He
it.
knows his customers, Vic. That's great. FreddiesMarket.com.
FreddiesMarket.com.
And then,
Our Facebook page has our most information.
oh,
So just find us on Facebook, follow us, please.
Freddies
Come
Market.
check us out. I do
Absolutely,
want
we'll
to
do
say one thing. We just started carrying the fresh made hummus from the old Greek Kitchen restaurant. It showed up yesterday. It's some of the most amazing hummus you're going to ever find.
It's
So-
amazing.
Yeah, I brought it home for them all to test because I'm not as big of a fan, and they devoured it. My dad liked it a lot, so we brought it. Showed up in the store yesterday.
I'm a big fan of hummus.
This is-
olive, tapenade type stuff.
This is no filler. It's natural ingredients. It's
Okay.
amazing. It's just like their restaurant used to sell, and we've got it in our case.
Is your dad still part of it at all?
Yeah.
He comes in how many days a week?
12.
12 days a week.
So he's busy. He's busy. So does the grandpa come in?
No, Grandpa passed away in 1997.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's right.
Brian Bononi and Dawn. Brian makes the eats and Dawn makes the treats. And I think this is a great idea
Yeah.
of what you're doing there with the
you.
single
Fun.
serving gooey butter cakes. Thank you guys so much.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it. And come back and visit us again.
Absolutely.
All right. Thanks for having the record player on at night. Listen to us this morning.
Make sure you have the record player on at night.
just know, but it just don't ease the pain. Pouring on the sick, I'll do the trick. Sooner or later I'll be clocking in again. Someday I'll be able to forget my working days. Life will be grim because the ship is coming in. Everything will go my way and I won't have to say it on the weekend. It on the weekend. It on the weekend.
Yes, it's been really hot and humid, but fall and winter right around the corner. Tim Jones here to tell you, time to get a hold of Chad Hansen and the gang at Hansen's Tree Service for your home or your business. Grinding, land clearing, green waste recycling, tree consulting, removal, or pruning. The organic mulch from Hansen's a wonderful addition to beautify and spruce up all your landscape beds. They offer substantial volume discounts for bulk orders and emergency tree removal. Just go to hansenstree.com. That's hansenstree.com.
This holiday season, help Feed My People fill the shelves. News Talk STL and the STL County GOP are partnering for an annual food drive, November 10th through December 21st. Drop off your non-perishable food donations at all Bartolino's restaurants, all Chris's Pancakes and dining locations, and all 3 Michael's flooring outlets, or at the News Talk STL studios.
Hey, it's Chris Arps, and together we can make a difference for families in need.
Visit NewsTalkSTL.com for complete drop-off locations.
Hi, I'm Jen Wallner.
And I'm Rodney Wallner with the Wallner Home Selling Team at Berkshire Hathaway.
Hey, Rodney, how do you sell your home for top dollar?
That's easy. Call the Wallner Home Selling Team at 314-810-SOLD.
What if I want a flexible commission rate?
Call the Wallner Home Selling Team at 314-810-SOLD.
When's the best time to sell your home?
Right now. Call the Wallner Home Selling Team at 314-810-SOLD.
For all your real estate needs.
Clay, K270BW Belfast, KNBS Bowling Green.
This is News Talk STL at 1019 94.1 and always streaming at NewsTalkSTL.com.
Breaking news at Town Hall. I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. Russia has launched a major missile and drone attack on Kiev, killing at least 6 people.
This was the most severe attack on Kiev for several weeks. Explosions could be seen and heard across the night sky as Russian missiles and drones competed with the capital's air defenses. The emergency services said many people had been wounded, and there were reports of several deaths. Pictures posted on social media showed direct hits on several high-rise apartment blocks. There was also damage caused by falling debris, with reports of fires in buildings across much of the city. Kiev's mayor, Vitaly Klitschko, described it as a massive enemy attack and warned supplies of power and water could be restricted. Public transport was also disrupted.
That is BBC's James Landale reporting. In their latest exchange, Israel has handed over more Palestinian remains in Gaza, bringing the number of bodies it has returned now to more than 300. Here's correspondent Charles de Ledesma.
Israel returned the bodies of 15 Palestinians in the latest step to fulfilling the terms of the fragile U.S. brokered ceasefire agreement. The bodies were returned after militants late on Thursday handed over the body of one of the last 4 remaining Israeli hostages taken during the October 7, 2023 attack that launched the war in Gaza.
For each hostage returned, Israel has been releasing the remains of 15 Palestinians. A fast-moving wildfires damaged at least 15 structures in California.
Pack fire forced the closure of part of the highway as firefighters worked to contain it on Thursday. The California Department of Forestry and Fire Protection says the fire had grown to about 5.3 square miles by Thursday night. It also said the fire had been whipped up by strong gusts of wind that reached as strong as 50 miles per hour. But by Thursday evening, the department announced that fire activity has decreased due to precipitation in the area. I'm Karen Shammas.
More on these stories at townhall.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-583-0141. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh